Sound resumed.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined by my friend, my companion, my duo, a staple to the Call of Duty scene, a staple to esports engine. Guys, it's the one, the only, one of the best to ever put on the green. Ben J to Seeb, give it up for Ben. Let's get some wins in the chat.
Thanks, Tom. Listen, you're the best duo, only duo I've ever had. Appreciate the gas and the interest as always, and I'm excited to hop on the show today.
Thank you, Ben. It's always a fucking pleasure to have you on board. I am shirtless today, if you haven't seen. The reason
Tom's going a little too nuts, bro.
No, because when they were down 0-4, I said if they bring this back, I'm going shirtless today on the flank. And these motherfuckers brought it back, bro.
At least you can be out of Gucci bag, bro, so it's all good.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. Well, that's, I don't know what Ian's doing. I don't know why he would have said, that's fucking comedy to me. Bro, he scanned everybody. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, Naval tweeted out when they were down 0-4 that, or when Toronto was up 4-0 against fucking Minnesota, he tweeted out his Gucci bag and said if they come back, I'll give this to a random fan. And they fucking came back. So I don't know what Ian's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? You also said 5K. Listen, I was fucking trolling about the $5,000. I started laughing after I said it was a joke, but the 1K I owed my cousin has already been sent. That has already been sent. I already sent him the fucking 1K, bro.
What's up? We got a bunch of special guests coming through. We'll probably have some that come through for this show. But you want to introduce who we have now?
Hey Ben, why don't you give him a little introduction? Let's see what you can do. You've been MIA for the last few days. I want to see what you can do, bro.
Yeah, I got you. Well, we got two guests lined up right now. First guest coming out of California. He's the Iceman.
Oh, this is fucking with the bench. Shut the fuck up.
I'm kidding.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
Fuck you,
What
Dad.
the fuck is this? Ladies and gentlemen, we got the one and only, the Iceman. He shoots straight beams out of his AR. Let's give it up for Lamar. Let's get a Lamar, a.k.a. Accuracy.
See, that's the entrance I needed. Ben was killing my vibe, but now the energy was good. Tom, Ben was good. Zoo Mafia.
That was good.
All right, what's good, Lamar? Love having you on the show, bro. All right, Ben, and introduce the next one. A little bit more energy this time.
No, you do it. Fuck you.
We got Looney, a.k.a. Dan, the one, the only, one of the smartest to ever play the game of Call of Duty. Another staple to Call of Duty. Let's give it up for Looney. Guys, let's get a Looney. How you doing, Dan? What's happening?
I'm chilling, brother. I'm seeing if I won this Gucci bag.
Oh, so you're trying to take the Gucci bag.
Ain't no one want that. He's keeping that.
That's
in
one of them. That's one of 50, whatever it was.
Hey, bro.
Someone else at these might be losing a Gucci bag.
Hey, bro. All I know is, bro, I'll take the Gucci bag. Why not?
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? But guys, crazy day of fucking COD, man. Crazy day. Obviously, today was Championship Sunday. We had OpTic kickoff against Dallas, and that went into Dallas, Toronto. OpTic Toronto, and then Toronto ended up playing Minnesota in the finals, and it was an absolute fucking blender, bro. And we're gonna talk about it all here live on the flank at twitch.tv/Zoomaa. And honestly, I just want to get right into it. Let's switch on over. Let's start off with this first series. We have OpTic Chicago going up against Dallas. And listen, man, today was a fucking crazy day. Can we all agree?
Oh yeah.
Insane.
I mean, I thought after yesterday, Tom, we had fans come back, and you're like, okay, these matches were absolutely nasty. I don't know if Sunday, Championship Sunday, can live up to that hype. I think with today, we got to put this event surely up there with like the all-time Call of Duty events.
Yeah, this is one of the best lands ever for sure in my book.
Bro, this has to be like number one. I think.
I was screaming in my bedroom, bro. I was turned in my room. I couldn't imagine being in the venue.
I mean, bro, just the way it all happened. I'm talking top teams getting upsetted, fucking. Even Minnesota Rokkr coming out and winning the fucking thing was like a shock, bro.
It was every storyline. Every storyline was in the event. Like, it was lit.
Crazy. I mean, I just can't believe Minnesota did it. And honestly, I'm just so fucking happy for those guys because I fucking love those guys over there. So it's just fucking how it all unfolded is literally nuts. Literally nuts. I don't think anybody expected it, but I definitely want to go in and talk about this first series a little bit. So Ben, I'll let you kick it off. We have Dallas Empire going up against OpTic Chicago. Give me your initial thoughts. What's going on, big guy?
Yeah, I mean, nothing like too crazy with the vetoes here. I'll have to continue to ban Garrison. The S&D sort of vetoes make a lot of sense to me. We ended up with checkmate with both teams. I thought it was interesting, but it's not totally out of the realm of possibility. And then, yeah, kind of getting into it. I thought Dallas played not too bad prior in this weekend. But I think just like many teams we saw throughout the weekend, Dallas has really kind of struggled with sort of doing the little things correct as a team. And any good team, and OpTic is a good team, are going to catch those weaknesses and exploit. And I think you saw it throughout the series.
Yeah, I mean, Crimsix tweeted a little bit about it after the match. He was just like, he just felt like this whole weekend was just like a clusterfuck for them. Like he felt like they were just not doing the fundamentals right. Their teamwork was off. And that's surprising because I thought Dallas was kind of like fucking, I don't know, changing that. Like I thought their teamwork and everything, I thought that was what put them over a lot of these teams. Like I thought they were really hitting form. So to see him come out and say that after the major was interesting to me. But Dan, Lamar, what do you guys think?
I think in this series particularly, I think Shotzi probably had one of the worst series he's had in a while, but I've seen it personally.
Yeah, no, he was struggling. He was definitely struggling a little bit.
He was struggling. He was struggling, but like that's just bound to happen when the other team like has rotations all the time, and you're just trying to be hill buster. Like your movement's not always going to be able to bail you out like it does like often for him. So OpTic just put themselves in amazing situations and actually punish them when some teams don't punish him because he just is so slippery. He gets around, No,
100%. I mean, it's weird too because he's usually pretty consistent. So to see him come out and play like this was definitely unlike him. And then on the other side, like OpTic, I just felt like they were firing away. Like they were doing their fucking thing. Like I felt like they were all on point, especially to kick off this first map. Honestly, Dallas couldn't hold a fucking spawn for the life of them. Like I feel
their
like
setups are terrible, Tom. I mean, we can go back and watch how they. No. I mean, I'm not being. I'm trying to sugarcoat. Yeah, I mean, like I don't really want to go back and watch that first P3 where Reese died and Golden was just like spawned out with 15 seconds left as a 3v4. But like they blew their P2s and their P3s really bad, and that's how this map got out of control. They never got good setups on the street hills. It's just like, again, when you play a good team and you throw trash setups out there where you're not team shooting, like of course a team like OpTic that does a really good job now of playing off each other, they're just going to find the gaps and weaknesses and just take full control with these breaks.
Yep, no, 100%. And OpTic, like you said, they just took full advantage of it. And with the way OpTic was playing, I thought they were going to come out and just have a fucking day today, which they kind of did. I mean, for them to come out and beat Dallas, I'm sure it was a good win for them. Did you want to go on board with the listening, Ben?
Yeah, I think the fans are gonna want to take the listen in. So let's
tune in and
chat some more.
All right, so let's tune in. Oh wait, let me switch screens. Hold on, Ben. Give me a second here, kid. All right, Ben, you can hit it, kid.
I got you. Don't call me Kitty on me.
All right, kid.
Don't I'm staying down.
I'm behind the glass.
Yeah, there's two glass.
Glass
Grim. One shot, glass, Grim.
Yeah,
behind the boat.
One's right. I died. He's gold. He's gold to glass. First guy.
Yo, someone hit our SQs from here, right? Someone hit our SQs.
We can hit this 2 times.
Yo, one's at Vivid. I don't Vivid.
Listen to me. Push our side. Push on SQs, okay? I'm gonna go SQs.
Everyone rash.
Shot to one up SQs. Shot
No, I can pinch.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
I'm pinching.
Get over like gold window or some shit.
Yo, outer Crim. Crim, we can see.
He's going to. I have a kill.
Crim, we can see. Don't. Crim, dead. Go in your shots. Back up. Someone. Yeah. Back up. Our side.
Our side time.
Backing up. You're chomp time. Right there. Yeah, right there. Right side.
Go.
Outer one pool.
You're right, Vivid. One shot. Street dead. Nice. One right, Vivid. I need you
left Vivid.
Weak. There's side hill. Two side hill. Another one. Weak. Let's go. I'm gonna PT push there.
Yeah, get PT push.
I have street.
I can push that.
SK's dead. One more down.
Yo, watch out time.
Everyone take it easy.
No, SK's glass.
Chill.
There's two glass.
We're gonna stick to the next hill. So everyone chill.
Yeah, you hold front.
I in front.
What's that time? Yo, quarters middle, two middle.
Yeah, two there, guys. Hold your cam.
Wolfman's doing so much better with the crowd, man.
Yo, one's front.
Is he pushing through?
Yeah, he's pushing through. He's already in new
Illy, dead.
It's gonna be on mid.
Fuck, Ben. Fuck. I leaked it. Listen, bro. Unbelievable crowd today. I leaked the link. Give me a new one, bro. Fuck.
After a year and a half or whatever of delayed fucking listening to just trash listening, bro. Just hearing the crowd alone, I don't care what they were saying, bro. Just hearing the crowd is just freaking lit.
Dude, isn't that an unreal feeling just to hear that shit?
I'm telling you, bro. I was literally hype in my room. I couldn't imagine being in the venue.
Yo,
bro,
I know
it was loud as fuck. What's up?
Yo, Tom, I know as players, especially you, because Zoomaa flank.
Yeah,
How
bro.
funny is it in a listening when you hear someone pinching and they start whispering like Seth? Yeah, guys,
when he was in gold,
they don't want people to. He doesn't want them to know these people. Like, ain't no one hearing you. It's always
been like
always
that,
roast you
bro.
like, dude, why are you whispering?
You gotta
can't
be
hear you. I'm
sneaky,
like,
bro.
I don't know,
Everything
bro.
about it.
Everything about me has to be sneaky, bro.
Bro, see, I started with the whispers. Like I always used to do that, like whisper. Now, whenever I used to do it, I used to scream like, "Stay alive, stay the fuck alive!" Like I changed it up. I fucking changed it up. But that's definitely a good point. Like Lamar said, you gotta be sneaky with it, bro. Definitely be sneaky with it. But yo, the crowd was absolutely insane. Just to see the energy, and honestly, I know the viewers dipped down a little bit when OpTic stopped playing. But to be honest, like the venue was popping all day. For every team. Like they were loud for all the teams. Of course they were the loudest with OpTic, obviously, but I mean for the most part I felt like the crowd all weekend was incredible, or yesterday and today. So shout out to everybody who came. I actually met fucking Tin the Tatman today.
Tim was at the venue.
No, not the real Tin the Tatman. The guy that Zinni kept talking about. I met him today, took a picture with him. He was a cool dude, but bro, it was just a crazy experience, man. But let's get back into the match. To be honest, OpTic dominated. They out-rotated Dallas a lot, and then when Dallas did rotate, I just felt like OpTic just broke them like almost every single time. And with a lead like this, I felt like Dallas was pretty much chalked right off the rip. But what's up, Ben?
I just want to watch. We'll skip most of this map, but I just want to kind of watch this one situation how it plays out. And I think this is like kind of the antithesis, to use a big word, and sort of Dallas's problems throughout this series.
Great
sort
word.
of how this P3 break kind of went down. So we see this transition off of P2, 28 seconds. OpTic does a really good job of rotating this hill and holding. And look how much they're up by. It's 155 to 60. But if you're Dallas at this point, a full 60, and you're kind of back in the mix here. And it's sort of a similar repeat to what happens the first time. Reese Vivid's going to pick middle. He's going to die like instantly. And he can't hold his cam because he died so soon.
Yeah.
So he's falling in the back.
That's both P3s, right?
Yeah, both P3s. And so Shotzi's kind of playing a corner outside of bank, but like, look at the setup they have. I mean, I don't care, like what corner Shotzi's playing in here. It's a 3v2. Dallas, as long as they get the trade, should have the back in the situation here. It's just making it way too easy for OpTic to do a good job as a team sort of trading, getting all these kills and getting initial control on this hard point.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like I said, OpTic just played it flawlessly. And I didn't really like the way Dallas played their setups too. Like you said, Ben, like their setups are so trash. I feel like Shotzi was so out of the play there. Obviously, Vivid over Child, like it just like.
Really, I like Shotzi's spot.
Really, I feel like he's too deep. I feel like he's too deep from his teammates. Like
his spot is hella good. If Krim just like doesn't take a fight, stays alive, Shotzi just turns around and gets free 2 kills in the back, and at that point their whole push is chalked. I think they played the setup. That the setup was good. They just didn't play the setup good. If that makes sense.
I think there must have been either like an assumption made by Vivid based on minimap, and we know how the minimap is ass.
Yeah.
He probably thought that Shotzi hit out bank, so there was no way someone can beat bus because he died from bus. Vivid just died from bus for free. But I think like based on minimap, he probably thought that's where Shotzi went to, so he was able to peek mid for free. And then he probably died and realized, oh, Shotzi's back bank in a corner. Like I'm an idiot.
Like that spot Shotzi played is a hella good rat spot, to be honest.
But I just think Vivid needed to play somewhere else, and like I said, that could have just been a mini-map thing and just a miscommunication or no communication where Shotzi was like, I'm gonna play like a bitch. We should just play a tight setup. It is a good spot though, like Lamar said, if you use proper teamwork.
Bro, I'm just reading Hitch's tweets. This shit is fucking comedy. He tweeted out the old Rokkr social guy would have tweeted the screenshot of the Ultra guys' faces. That's fucking crazy. Damn. And then he also made a great point. He's like, the fact Maven and Merc just casted that from their living room is mind-blowing. Bro, that must be a hurt piece for the casters. Can you imagine being a caster and casting that live? That's like an experience of a lifetime, no?
Yeah, I just wonder why they just weren't there.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I have no idea.
Obviously, it probably wasn't a requirement. The caster's like, well, if I can do it from home, I'm gonna do it from fucking home. Like that shit.
Yeah, I have no fucking idea.
We'll allow them for champs at least. So when we get to sort of the apex moment coming up here, we'll be able to hopefully have a repeat of some of the moments we had this weekend.
100%. But let's get into the next map. OpTic take a 1-0 lead. Obviously, they dominate Dallas Empire. The first map go 1-0. We go into a raid S&D. And again, things go very back and forth. OpTic come out strong. I think it was Dallas who ended up winning this one in the end, right? They tied a series up at 1. But OpTic came out with a hot start, if I remember correctly. I thought they were just firing on all cylinders. From Illy. Yeah, that started the collapse, did it not, Dan?
Yeah. Well, at least for this map.
Yeah, I think the 1v3 from Illy, which was kind of like unfortunate, I think, a little bit for OpTic. I felt like he kind of got a little blessed there in some of his timings. But Ben, let's go to you. Let's get your thoughts. How'd you feel after this map number 2?
I think this map was sort of an interesting map that kind of made it through. I know Dallas has said before this is not like a map they play a lot, so I was a little surprised. I thought this was going to be sort of like a Rambo Ray, Crim 6 sort of special sort of backpack in this here. And And it looked like they had some good tactical depth, and it was a good job by Dallas after an absolute shellacking map 1 to sort of grab some momentum here. Obviously, the Illy 1v3 we're watching right now is kind of comedy, but kind of getting back in it, man. Like, was mega exciting to see Dallas sort of make this a series instead of the OpTic crowd sort of taking over and it being a blowout.
I mean, the timing here was unbelievable. So I think Scump was like looking this direction, instantly turned. I think he was hearing something.
The crowd. Would you guys think that the crowd kind of gave this away? Like the timing of this is weird. I don't know.
Because I saw
They probably
Sam. I saw Sam tweet there was a delay, but then apparently that delay got fixed this morning.
Yeah.
It gave it away. If it was in sync, it 100% gave it away.
Yeah, I mean that's just part of the game, though.
He sound hoard the YY. That's the only thing I can think of. Is Scump does YY? That's the only thing. But if there was no delay, 100% delay. Yo, he's behind you.
Mega twisted then. I mean, that's typical.
I mean, listen, the crowd's part of the game, like Lamar said. You know what I'm saying? I mean, any like professional that's been on stage a lot knows that the crowd is like a play. You know, like you have to play off the crowd sometimes.
Well, Austin said there was still a delay. The crowd did not give it away. So then, yeah, he might have heard the YY or maybe like a late call like, there's one tiki. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like someone realizing like, yo, there was one tiki or something like that.
Yeah. Guys, I put my shirt back on because I was cold. Fucking hell, it's cold in here. I got the air conditioning on. Yeah, I think then the series was tied up at 2. I loved how aggressive OpTic was playing through some of these rounds. Like they weren't scared to get mixy with it. You know what I'm saying? And I like to see that from them. Just some confidence, some playmaking ability coming out of them. But it was Dallas. I feel like their S&D was just. How was their S&D this weekend, Ben? Do you know what their record was? I felt like Dallas is pretty good at search, or has been pretty good at search. They've been clutching up a lot in this game mode. Especially yesterday, you had Shotzi with the 1v3.
They've been getting better S&D. I'll have to pull up the sheet if you give me a second to sort of get those stats for you. But it's, we've talked at length this year. That's been sort of the shortcoming, one of the shortcomings for Dallas. Like, shortcoming one has been the lack of slaying, and they're starting to get a little bit better with it with the Reese Vivid pickup. The second thing is they just haven't been that upper echelon tier of like S&D teams with like Toronto, Rokkr, and FaZe, and so that would be increasing their win conditions.
Yeah.
So give me a second, I'll pull those up, but we can.
You good? This was an incredible 1v1 by Scump. Yo, King Scump is clutch as fuck this year in S&D. Is he not? Then Lamar, isn't this guy? Is this guy not always fucking clutching up?
He's been playing. Honestly, I want to give him his flowers. Like while he's still competing, when all these random kids are hating on him, like he has been playing amazing the last couple stages. So I just want to tip my hat to Seth because he should get his props like while he's here. So before people regret it, you know?
He's been fucking icy. It's just cool because I feel like over the years that was like the one thing people always said about Seth is like his S&D, this and that was his weaker game mode. But bro, this year he's been like spot on, and not even like what he's putting on the scoreboard. He's just clutching up, you know, like he makes a lot of big plays. So I just want to give him his credit as well. It was a big clutch from him, and I think like the 1v3 definitely hurt. But damn, what do you think it was in this map that just led Dallas to the victory here?
I mean, their aggression right here. Illy goes big with a 2-piece. I think they, I don't know, miscommunication made it from dashing formal to end up like in the exact same spot. What was kind of going on? Yeah. And then Illy kind of kicked up. I think he gets one streak, or does he not end up getting streaks? I can't remember on this map.
Reese Vivid also got some crazy timing. Look at 1 and 5 here. Reese gets through. Upstairs, all getting picked up.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, they were just battling because this goes to around 11, right? So I think they were just battling back and forth. I think Empire just did a good job of, like I said, matching their aggression and then just reading the map.
I want to skip to the round 11 because Tom, you kind of lost full watching this map, and I'm sure you
can skip through it a little bit more. Skip through it. We'll go to round 11 and see what the hell's going on. I mean, the next couple maps here in this series was insane. I know the first map was kind of a blowout, but it was actually a pretty close series. This was a really good series between these two teams. And it's also, I feel like it's a little bit of a rivalry. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys are
a lot of a rivalry.
But then you have Krim after the match saying he was flicking Formal's titties outside smoking a cigarette.
That was his Krim secret on the timeline.
You know what I'm saying? I said, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? He's a fucking menace.
So getting this round 11, Tom, what have we talked about at length on this show? What is rule number 1 in S&D?
Plant the fucking bomb.
Yeah, I've never seen a team get laundry control and then wait to plant the bomb and win ever. Not once.
I mean, I don't know how many times I gotta say it on this show. Plant the bomb. Plant the fucking bomb. Bro, Lamar, I swear I see this so much, bro.
Bro, you know how we were when we team together, like, yo, if you're not playing the bomb, you're trolling.
I used to lose full. I used to lose full even when we didn't do it. I used to scream, remember? I used to get so mad.
Yeah, like, plant that shit instantly, you win.
Yeah, bro. Because, bro, if you get on that bomb and it's quiet, just, bro, 5 seconds and it's down. You know what I'm saying? Like, just get it down.
Yeah.
Especially like you said. Go ahead, Dan.
Is the longer you take, the more the other team is gathering information, and that's exactly what you see.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just gathered the information, like, all right, they're here. All right, ciao. Vivid gets one, gets out, and then like they literally just hit the go button. Shotzi, as soon as that happens, like, okay, I'm hitting R, and then now he catches Dashy after he planted.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know.
I don't know. Like maybe they just think that Das is gonna push through, and like I don't know. Maybe because like there was nobody who had the middle, right? Nobody had middle. Like you had one guy watching the art pinch, you had one guy kind of watching mid, but that was the guy with the bomb. So if he's getting it down, he can't really watch his. Nobody has his mid. If there's two guys watching back laundry, like maybe they just thought that they were gonna push. I have no fucking idea, bro. I have no idea. All I know is personally, you push up laundry, you get laundry control. Get that shit down, like Lamar said. Get it down. Get it down, because bro, it's your best chance of winning, especially in offense. Just get that shit off your hand and flip the switch. Get the bomb down, make them have to defuse. But crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff out of Dallas. They're able to clutch out that 5-5. And then we get into a checkmate control. I swear, this map is nuts. I feel like there's always fucking crazy shit going on in this map. Is there not, Lamar?
This shit is crazy. Like, when this map, when it's a snooze fest, it's a super snooze fest. But when it's lit, it's fucking super lit.
Yeah,
like, this one was lit as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, even the one round where the point was at 0 seconds, right? And Dallas was able to get onto that shit. I know a lot of people were up in arms, but I've seen that so much in this game, bro. With like the 0.0 seconds.
Yeah, because there's milliseconds. They can't put milliseconds on the clock. That would just like look weird. But there is milliseconds. That wasn't like a glitch. It was dead ass that close.
Yeah, I mean, it's a game of seconds. That's usually how it is. It happened to me in league play a couple times where I got on the point and it was like that. But you got to give credit to both teams because they were fighting through this one. What's crazy to me is how many offensive rounds we've seen win now on this map. Like, I feel like, bro, it's just the other day we saw 5 offensive rounds being won, you know? Yeah. And I just feel like it just shows you how good some of these teams are really getting.
I think teams are getting really good at getting on the trap now. I think that's like where this map was getting chalked. Well, I mean, dude, rounds would get chalked because people couldn't get out of the trap. Now, like, people are really good at getting that first pick and then getting like playing control and actually like doing something with that, getting through, getting out, and that's why you're seeing offense be a little bit more dynamic, getting out and setting like that spawn trap to give their teams coming off the spawn space to actually take map control and make it interesting.
Listen. Envoy was making fucking plays in this one. He just under the plane. He's just under the plane, just maneuvering all the cans, all the fucking shit under the plane. He just does such a good job with the sub, just like really holding the map control.
He lives in the spot right here. This spot he's in the spot every single time.
Always. And it's like, bro, he always gets one and stays alive. Like, just the fact that he's able to finesse, it just does so much for his team. I know it was very back and forth, very close, and OpTic was able to take this one, but I just want to give Envoy his props. I thought Formal did a great job controlling plane as well. You know, there was times where Formal was just up in plane, popping pieces, shooting some beams. I mean, that's what you want to do when you have an AR. You can lock down the whole map from up there. So as long as you have the map control on this map, I think that's the main thing. Would you guys agree? Disagree?
100%. I think when you get in plane like that and you're roaming, getting kills, like, you're just setting your team up for success.
Yeah. 100%. So good plays coming out of OpTic. Obviously, it went very back and forth. Ben, if you want, you show them the 0.01 to 0.0 shit. I think that was pretty interesting. We can show you guys just in case you guys missed it.
I'm trying to set the plate that of sort of how the first 3 rounds went, and then this is sort of the mix round here. So we'll skip through. I mean, both teams did a really good job just getting A control at some point. Now I'm gonna skip through most of the end of this, and we'll kind of watch the last like 20-30 seconds of game time here and sort of break it down.
He was going rogue right there. Envoy had a big win right before he was in against streaks, I think.
Yeah, bro. So I've been seeing a lot of players do that. They're one-off streaks and they just go rogue. You know, they get like too hyped up and they do some crazy shit.
Yeah, he just challenged Envoy in the plane, lost it. I don't think it was like that crazy of a chow, but
Dashy was doing his thing too. Dashy's been doing his fucking thing. This was crazy as fuck. This was nuts.
This shit was crazy, bro.
You have Scum trying to make a play, trying to do his thing. 0.0 seconds left on the clock. Dallas able to fight on in, and with OpTic only having 2 lives left, I mean, it's pretty much all over. I mean, to be fair, those guys from OpTic could have pieced them up. you know, and because since there's no time left, I mean, they piece them up, they win the game, just get them off the point. But Dallas does a good job just stacking and working their trades, and it's just a good clutch up play for them. So I was like, oh shit, here we go, you know, like I hope OpTic doesn't fucking choke this now. But Ben, then we go into the next round, and OpTic was able to close this one out.
I think Empire did too much. I think Empire tried doing too much in round 5. I thought like at the very beginning of the round 5, they were on both points and they just didn't guarantee one of them. I'm pretty sure. Like I thought at the start of this, I was like, oh yeah, like look at this. And then they don't end up getting neither of these.
Well, they're split too. You have one guy playing for A, you got one guy hopping on B. They were all over the place, but they did have a good break. They were able to get 2 takes right away on B, but I feel like if they all focused that, they probably could have got it. They probably could have got that point like quick, like right away. This is kind of where Formal was having a day. You know, when an AR's up here, just peeking these windows, switching lanes, it's hard to move. You see shots that get picked here. So I thought Formal had a pretty good day. He ended off the event on a fucking bummer, bro. You know, he had a stinker, but I mean that happens to everybody. But OpTic do a good job. They're on the defensive side, so just holding that map control, keeping Dallas pinned in their base. OpTic was able to hold on and send this to a map number 4, which, Ben, you can fast forward to that now. Unless you have anything else you want to say. Anybody want to add anything to this map?
Nah.
Fast forward it, and bro, I'm looking at that prize model, and that's some good fucking money. Everybody meditates these days. What the fuck is that all about? I like it. Apparently meditation really helps, and if it helps these players, fuck it.
Word to Gunny, bro. You remember that, Lamar?
Yeah, we used to have a guy on Splice that used to do that.
What event was it in London? We were gonna have monitors that like we were gonna wear while we play to see like how much our heart rate goes up and like intense in intense situations, like
and like try to get that data
and trying to like lower it.
Fucking nuts,
I think
bro.
It's been in the scene for a while now. I mean, I know Splice, like I said, they were one of them.
And Splice owns Toronto, and they started that gimmick with all the meditating and breathing exercises.
I know it's used a lot in golf now, because obviously, you know, golf's super mental sport. You're playing one versus you know, other 70, 80 guys usually. And so that like dealing with that sort of heart rate, the adrenaline stuff is super key. Those guys use it to track a lot and also recovery.
Listen, this map was a raid hard point, and this one got interesting because OpTic had a fucking crazy lead. Again, same thing, just out rotating, breaking all of Dallas's setups. It was just OpTic just absolutely outperforming them. But Dallas made things interesting. I think it was Zinni who said some stupid shit and ended up jinxing it during the middle of the match.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, he said some dumb shit, said this thing's all over, OpTic's won this, Dallas is terrible. And then Dallas started bringing it back. We all start cooking Zin, and Dallas started going crazy. And I don't even know what it was. They just started kicking up, and it just wasn't enough in the end. I think it was OpTic who ended up rotating to that last tail and was able to just get a good hold.
I think Dallas had a chance to kind of win on the end. I want to go back and we'll watch the end again. I felt like Dallas kind of rotated the hell and sort of never really got set up. Yeah.
Well, let's take a peek, Ben. You know, let's take a look, see what the hell happened.
Combat kind of starts here with this P2. They get some time on it here, but they start to chain us into more time on the Garage Hill, and then they had a really good break on the Basketball Hill to get back in this game.
It was the Basketball Hill where things really got interesting.
Yeah.
Because we know the Basketball Hill, bro, that hill is so hard to break that when a team doesn't hold it, everybody's like, oh, they troll, you know, like every fucking time. So when a team does lose it, you know, you're like, damn, bro, what the hell went wrong? It's definitely not impossible to break, and I think teams are definitely realizing now how to break it. But yeah, going into the second half of this game, Dallas definitely kicked up. But that's what they're capable of. They could do shit like that. This is a big play out of Formal on rotation. I like how Formal was playing his life on rotation, like playing a corner, trying to find some kills. Like didn't get over aggressive there. The stuck was unlucky there, man. Definitely unlucky.
People get stuck left and right in this shit.
Yeah.
The movement right there was actually suavemente.
Oh yeah, well
that shit was clean.
You know Shotzi, bro. He's always moving around like a slippery little fucking snake. This fucking kid. But he did struggle.
This is a lot of what we haven't seen a lot from Dallas this year. They were really good at last year of like, you know, playing ahead of the game, like getting that first set of time on the hill. They're not rotating a team. And like this year, I don't know if it's from a lack of slang or just the teamwork hasn't been there, but they haven't been in a lot of these situations, especially against top teams. I feel like today they kind of got there, especially on this map. Just couldn't close it out at the end.
And then I think this is where OpTic let off. So OpTic just say, you know what, just let them have P3. Rotate the basketball setup. I would like to see them maybe like, I don't know, I feel like they might be turtling a little bit. Like they had a lot of time to like kind of push up the map a bit, but they kind of just cornered themselves here.
I agree.
So Dallas just kind of took like long routes. You know, they went around the back. They singled somebody out, got a pick, and now I mean they're just using numbers. They're pushing on the hill with numbers.
You can't hard rotate and then play like an emergency setup. If you're hard rotating, you have to get map control.
Bro, get map control and
Yeah.
try and push them back and delay their push. Because even if you die, as long as your team is blocking, holding the spawns, I mean, you're gonna spawn right in the back anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Just make it harder for them. So OpTic, I feel like maybe just overthought that a little bit. Like they were probably just like, fuck it, set up for basketball, back all the way up, nobody die. And they kind of just overthought it. It's like, you know, stay pushed up, keep your map control, like don't panic and fucking, you know, get the rotation. This is where things got scary. But then going into the courtyard hill, OpTic was able to lock it down.
I just thought Vivid was to make the play here.
Yeah.
Wasn't Vivid close to streaks or somebody? Bro, I thought somebody was close to streaks. So maybe not.
He's close to streaks like, I want to say.
That was the first basketball hill, but he got it
first basketball,
he used it. He used it on the second one.
Which is bad, bro. I feel like so many people get artilleries and never land a missile.
Well,
Like never get the missile.
They were down like 100 something though. I mean,
he got to
it
go
was a
with it.
P1. Yeah. He had to kind of use it.
Yeah, no, he got a kill with it, but I mean the missile's way better for sure.
Yeah, of course.
I thought this is the situation right here. So like they actually had like a really good pinch setup, but like number 7 Envoy kind of makes the play. Like I don't know if Reese Vivid just kind of gets weird timing. If Reese kills number 7, like they probably get this break, and then it gets very interesting with the last guy in OpTic Dashy sitting in circle. Instead, they just don't get the kills.
I think someone gets a huge 2-piece here before that Envoy thing happens. Dashy gets a kill. Yeah, actually, Dashy gets 2, but
They just get all the individuals, and at this point, spawning basketball, it's over. There's a sliver of hope there. If they got that break, then you know you basically get one more wave of kills, and
I mean
it sinks in. It starts to sink in.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, can you imagine if fucking Dallas brought it back and we were going to map number 5? People would have been shitting themselves. But look, the crowd was insane. The OpTic fans are roaring. It was incredible. I mean, look at that shit, bro. It's packed. There's not a seat that's open. Not one. So I think next time, probably at Champs, bro, I was thinking, yo, we got to get like front row seats. Just get a bunch of pros or former pros and just get some fucking front row seats. Oh, we're getting a little FaceTime from Anthony Zinni. Let's see what this guy's doing.
Oh, here we go.
You're on the flank.
Oh, brother, where's he at?
What the fuck are you doing? Stop dancing. Say something. Bro, chat, should I just hang up on him?
You gotta hang up on him, bro. You gotta hang up on him, bro.
Bro, goodbye.
He's trying to use this for clout, bro. Get him the fuck out of here.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Yeah, that's fugazi, bro.
He was sipping on his drink, just dancing. He didn't even say a fucking word.
Yeah.
He's off the papaya. What are you gonna do?
Lenny's in chat, bro.
Hey, get some Lenny's, bro. This guy's out drinking instead of being on the flank. That's unacceptable, bro. That's why Lamar and Dan are the fucking goats. Let's get a fucking Lamar. Let's get a Woonie. Come on. We get into the next one. Go ahead, Ben.
Well, I just want to put one final pin for Dallas. I think the 2 issues we highlighted in that series, just starting to get more sling. I think their ARs at times played great in this series, and then they got a bad one from Shotzi. It happens, and I think Chrome had a slow one as well. It's just sort of been the recurring problem this year. But they're going to be on the interesting side of the bracket, and we'll get to that at the end of the show. I'm curious to see what Dallas will get at the final event. But we got a banger, Tom. OpTic against Toronto.
Yep, OpTic Chicago going up against Toronto Ultra. Again, OpTic Chicago walking out. Ben, you love these walkouts, don't you? You love seeing these shits.
Well, I want to see. I actually get a chance to see this walkout, so I want to see what they do.
The fans are going absolutely nuts. Okay. Listen, man, this is like a really good matchup. I thought OpTic could have done this. I thought Toronto was gonna win, but I thought OpTic had a chance to make something happen. I also find it funny that they still have Zinni in the fucking intro. That's just comedy. But Toronto, they came out and they took care of business, Ben. They did what they had to do.
Yeah, let me find the map set because the videos for this were like super interesting.
Yeah, you were talking about it a little bit.
Yeah, I saw the map set and I was like, this is kind of comedy. So these teams have played recently. So some of the maps made in from the last series, some did not. I was a little surprised at Garrison Hardpoint getting in and Raid S&D getting in. The raid control to me made sense. Toronto's been historically very good in that map, but they lost it to OpTic last time I played. So was sort of an interesting set. I was like a little concerned about sort of the first 2 maps here for OpTic, and then I felt like they could sort of get some momentum in the end here. But yeah, we want to go ahead and not just hop into map 1.
Yeah, let's hop in. I want to give a quick shout out to Merc in the chat. We have Maven and now Merc in the fucking chat. Two of the best casters in the game. Make sure to show them some love, man. Let's drop some works in there. But let's get this fucking show on the road. We got Garrison Hardpoint, Toronto Ultra versus OpTic Chicago. Listen, man, this map was interesting to say the least. I thought, you know, watching these two teams go at it on Garrison Hardpoint it will always be a fun time. Listen, Toronto is so fucking annoying on this map. The way that they're able to dip and weave, play around bricks, fucking maneuver mid-map, like they're just so annoying. The way they think about the map and the way they finesse, it's fun to watch, man. It's fun to watch. Both teams are staying pretty disciplined throughout most of it. I mean, at this point in time, bro, 9 months into the game, Lamar, Dan, I think most people know how to play for the most part.
Yeah. Everyone knows the bread and butter setups. Like they know what to do, and once a team hard rotates like that, like. They should be holding it.
I was watching this with Karma a little bit. I was watching this with OpTic Karma, the one and only Damon Barlow, and he was losing his shit. He just thinks that OpTic just single push way too much. That's what he thinks.
I agree with Damon. I feel like this is the historical problem on this map is I just feel like they get themselves put in like real blunder situations and they just don't like play ahead of the game. And I feel like, especially at the end of this map, that's sort of how it played out with the rotation to P3, where they were just sort of having to just rush in the front.
Yeah, but
spawn flipped on them.
We do have a listen in. If you want to tune in, let's go on board with Toronto Ultra and see how these guys sound. Let me just switch screens over here, hit this fucking button, and we're good to go. Here we go, Ben. Hit it.
Great. We're great.
It's gonna be probably top
Great
green.
box
Top green scum drop their side.
Mid tanks or something. Invent. Inside the green, boy. Chill. I can kill him off time.
Yeah, wait up. Scum's P1. Rails dead. This is Scum P1.
Scum P1.
Top rails. Scum P1. On top green. I'm absolutely
P1. Kill me the back burst. Nice. Let's go top green. Nice.
Can one of you get down? I'll get top.
Yeah,
I have it.
Could already be event. Let's go P5. I'm blocking deep.
Okay, yeah.
You go cross.
Time, Jamie, if you can.
Yeah, my goal cross.
Yeah, almost P5. He's
top green, kill top green 3.
Nice.
Oh my top green.
Nice P5.
Fury mid. What dash? Top green envoy. He's just hold P2. Try and help each other.
One mid.
Get the tank. Top green.
Good trade. In time, and
Oh, piece from Cammy.
It's one next to you, Jamie.
I heard you. I'll look for it.
One might. Envoy will.
Scum's P5. Scum's P5. Scum's P5. Split square or something. Yeah, Envoy 1 connector. Envoy 2. Listen, Scum is a square and Envoy's in connector. Yeah,
what's one square? Last square.
It's a dash.
Well, chance, not even the roar
So I want
of
to
the
skip
green wall
Tom
can
to the
seem
end
to
of
disrupt
this
Toronto
and kind of break down the situation. I think that sort of ended up deciding this map. So it's pretty like back and forth. Ultra got to like a decent lead. They got to 50 points. But OpTic started to get this a little bit closer. Going to P5, I felt like OpTic got Toronto in the trap, and they were sort of in prime position. The P1 got pretty mixy as Toronto got flipped back out. And then I feel like OpTic...
no, something happened here with OpTic.
I think you kind of skipped through it.
Did I skip over the brick situation? I think it was on the P2.
No. You didn't skip over the.
No.
It's when Envoy stopped shooting. I think it's actually kind of big. He like had a free kill, but he wanted to get a 2-piece when he like flanked top green to bottom mid tanks.
It's right here.
And
yeah,
I think that ended up being big. Because if he gets those 2 kills or even one of those, I think after that Ultra kind of settled. Now I could be wrong.
No, Ultra, they get into a P2 situation. Like, so he doesn't get those kills. OpTic kind of gets in this weird setup.
The biggest problem was when they flanked around, Ben. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we're gonna watch it right now.
Somebody gets through the setup. It was Cammy. And I don't know why OpTic let it open or let that happen. I guess they just thought that Cammy... I think their timings were off. Like, maybe they just didn't think somebody would do that, like, go around. But, I mean, they should be watching it. You know what I'm saying? Sorry to cut you off right there, Ben. I fucking didn't mean to cut you off. But I think that was, like, the main thing. And I kind of want to watch it back and see what happened. I don't know if it was, like, a miscommunication or they just blacked out, as Donnie likes to say. You know what I'm saying, Lamar?
I know what you're saying.
So this is the situation. This is the setup they basically had here. So they had Formal and Green. Number 7's basically watching nothing because Formal's watching what he's watching. And number 5 watching Square Cross, and then you have Dash watching the other Crossfire. I think we were watching this and sort of agreed like, if Formal makes his play, he's basically gonna get a kill. Instead, he just kind of doesn't. And then he ends up being the useless man. They really kind of needed him around the back because look at number 2 and number 6 is no one watching the full pinch. Cammy's going to be able to go all the way around bricks and just cause massive chaos in the setup for OpTic. And it's the worst situation. P2, OpTic get flipped. And they're now in the back with 4 seconds left, and they cannot rotate the new to P3.
I mean, it's multiple mistakes. One, Formal shouldn't be pushed out in green by himself. I mean, why even give them a chance?
I disagree. I don't think this is on Formal. This is on Dashy.
Wait, I don't. Hold on.
It's on all of them.
All right, let me go first.
I don't like this play by Formal at all. But you can go.
Let's break it down.
All right, let me go first. I don't agree with what Ben said where he said they needed him around the back. I think the play Matt made is the dagger play. Pushing out green is good. He should be like trying to take peeks out the window, slide canceling the bridge, whatever, and trying to get a kill or something like that. If he gets a kill, it's fucking over at that point.
That's what I said in the beginning of that, but go ahead.
Oh, I thought you said they needed him in the back.
No, I'm saying like if he's not in this situation, like he needs to get a kill here. I agree with you on that,
the best possible play is for him to go up green like he did, chow out the window, chow the bridge, whatever it is, spawn trap, kill someone. Yeah, you get to kill right there. The pole pushes over. People might have made other mistakes in the back, like Danny mentioned, but I think that if he goes out there and gets a kill, like it doesn't matter.
I personally disagree. Bro, they need fucking 15 seconds left to win. Bro, him just being in green, me personally, I mean, this is just my opinion on it, just gives them a chance to get an entry, which is exactly what they get. They get the entry. It allows them to fucking slide onto this hill. But if they have somebody, if they're all just stacking around hill, holding the crossfires and holding the angles, this hill is impossible to break. They only need 15 seconds to win. They know the it's not like Formal like found a timing and was able to like slide out of green and get pushed up and do something crazy and get a kill. I mean, he was just slow playing green by himself. He was just fucking hanging around there, slow playing it. I would have liked to see Formal back up, hold all the lanes, have somebody watch the full pinch, have somebody watch arch, and just that's it. Just watch fucking bricks, and then 2 guys could just hold on hill and just hold some crossfires. I mean, with the head glitches and the corner camping and stuff, Toronto's fucked. They are literally fucked right here. They just absolutely gave it to them. They didn't pick up a lane, and they gave him a free entry because Formal was playing top green by himself. So I just personally think I would have liked to see them just get into a setup there. Like that right there is when I think you feel the pressure from Toronto coming mid-map and green. You just back up, play an emergency setup, and just fucking chill. I feel like that's at least that's what I think. But I mean, it could have been played in a lot of different ways. But if I was like in the situation, I think that would have been the best way. I think there's a couple throws. One, not picking up the lanes and giving Toronto a free entry.
Yeah, you're definitely right. My thing is like Formal dying shouldn't be the end all be all, and who ends up getting a 2-piece is Cammy. I think him dying, Seth and Envoy would have just shut down green like they were, but they got shot on the back. I think they did a 3-1. No, did anyone come square? I'm pretty sure it is 3 top green and then just 1 around the back.
No, is it?
And like, I feel like Seth and Envoy were about to shut down the green push out, but then Cammy gets 2 from behind.
It's actually worse than that. It's a 4. They went a 3-on-4 because number 1, Bance actually rotates to new to go block that spawn.
Oh, so then
he actually gives up the push. It's just 2 guys green and Cammy go around the back.
Yeah, like you did what you mentioned is the better play, but I don't think Formal dying should have been like the end all be all of that setup. But for sure he should be guaranteeing 1. Word to Cammy. You're gonna push out my cut to guarantee me 1.
But he kind of hesitated on it. I mean, it's what Merc said in chat. Like he double guessed it. Like if you're gonna push out the cut, fucking push out the cut and challenge it.
I think he kind of got in his own head, like you said. Like he like looks bridge, looks top green. He makes the guy that was by like floating tank weak, and then he sees the guy like jump in front of him. So then he's kind of shook because he has an AR. That's why he just tried to do the like runaway nade play.
Yeah. So,
you see Simp make that play all the time. Like he goes in green, he just sits in a corner up there or something. Someone gets close, he gets a free kill. Then while the other team's trying to break the hill, and that's how you flip them, chain, choke slam. Like that play is really good.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I there's a lot of different opinions on it. So you know, people can kind of take it how they want it, but the biggest troll is just letting the kid come around the back. That's the biggest troll.
I think to put a pin in it, Tom, this has been OpTic's problem all year on Garrison. Is that those little plays happen at the end, kind of costing that map. It's why they stopped playing it at some point in stage 1, stage 2. They've started to get it back in the rotation now, but they're still making those key mistakes, and it's something they need to kind of fix because it will help deepen their map pool. This one, though, this map surprised me. We've seen all year that Toronto Ultra is like a nasty Moscow S&D team, so I was a little the maps almost flipped. Like I thought that like OpTic was going to win map 1 and Toronto was going to win map 2. Instead, it actually went the other way. Toronto actually lost a Moscow S&D to OpTic.
Which is interesting, Ben. I think when it happened, you were like, that was the first time OpTic... Did you say that was the first time OpTic beat Toronto in S&D?
Correct. OpTic,
Wow.
yeah, they were like I want to say like 0-5, I think. 0-5, 0-6. So they're, and we've talked about it a couple times on the show. The OpTic's S&D record against top teams versus the bottom teams is kind of nuts, and it's something they need to get a little bit better at. So this is a little bit of a surprise, and surprising to see OpTic clutches up in around 11.
Yep, good plays. What do you think it was for Toronto? Do you think, you know what it is too with Toronto and Moscow S&D? I feel like they're so good at it that people have got to be studying their shit on this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people have definitely got to be blind countering these guys at this point. Like, I feel like coming into champs now, like, people are going to really have to start coming out with some fucking different playbooks and shit. I mean, Lamar, Dan, you guys know how it is. Like, coming to the end of the year when everybody kind of plays the same thing and you just know what people like to do. Like,
if you're not studying, you're doing it wrong, brother.
Yeah, like, it was bound to happen. It was definitely bound to happen.
I thought it was chalked here when Insight clutches 1v3.
This was insane.
I thought this series was about to be over, but
he guns Dashy, but Dashy gets him back on the next round when he pops the two-piece. So it's a good play out of Insight. I think he heard him here too, bumping the headset. Was able to hear the other guy and just clutches a nice 1v3. Listen, man, Insight absolutely phenomenal. He was great the whole weekend.
He was going berserk this weekend, bro. Especially today, he was going crazy.
He's a fucking animal.
I like on this map, and I said this when I was still playing, that Dashy's pulling out a sub when he's doing this solo B shit. You used to do it with an AR a lot, and it would just make you run back. But like when you have a sub, you can just like play ratty corners, ratty angles to just get one and get away. I like that Dashy pulls out a SMG way more often. Like these situations that he's doing to just make him way more comfortable, right? Where he can stay a little bit more active. And so I really like that Dashy pulls out a sub more often now.
Yeah, I agree. Instead of him having to then play passive and play like top cop or something else and play for the retake, he can be annoying in closet, help get a crossfire with a sub on his teammate and prevent him getting the bomb down.
Even in offense, I seen him take out a sub. I remember specifically, I think it was against, did they play LA Thieves this tournament? I think I saw him on one of those rounds where like they knew that LA Thieves like to retake street control, and he kind of laid down in the bomb side and looked at like the street door and got a two-piece, I think it was. But he has a sub. Yeah, he had a sub. So he's running it on offense too. So just like all around, I like that he's doing that and not just being a strict AR with Matt.
Yeah, and it was good plays out of him. Great 1v2.
I like that. That was insane. I like that.
I mean, that was insane.
You're not doing that with an AR.
No, probably not. I mean, you could, but it's a lot harder.
That kill was fucking crazy.
Yeah, he melted the fuck out of him, bro.
Yeah, that kill was crazy.
The fuck was that, bro? But he shredded him. Good plays out of Bruce, and I think he needed something like that because with the 1v3 from Insight to kick things off, I think a big 1v2 from Dashy after getting, kind of boo-bopped was a good one for him. Listen, we all get boo-bopped from time to time. But Dashy with a big bounce back, who also played incredible. Dashy was doing his fucking thing. So shout out to him. But OpTic was able to take a commanding lead. They like to play A a lot. I noticed that with OpTic. Like, they like to play this A bomb site. I think they didn't want to change what was broken either. Like, they just liked hitting this site. They stayed aggressive on it. They got that fucking bomb down. Obviously, Dashy had some streaks to work with as well, so they used it to their advantage. He
gets insane timing this round, by the way. I want to rewind it back. He hits through middle, and like, I don't know who's number 6. Dashy just gives it up, turns around, gives it up, goes to the wall.
That's tough.
Yeah, fresh off his cruise missile, right?
Because Eskies is wide open, so they're probably calling out that somebody needs to watch Esky. But I don't think Dashy should be the one picking up Esky there.
Yeah.
Like, you have a guy looking over the bomb site from like right from OpTic side, like looking in that back alley, and then you had a guy on the site, like they were pretty much looking at the same thing. And because he was planning for Esky, I feel like somebody needs to pick that up. Like, whoever was on the bomb site probably should have just turned and watched Esky, and then Bruce should have just held the flank. But then they let this happen, those little gaps. But he clutches or Scump clutches this.
Big clutch for Scump. Yeah, that could have ended really badly. But Toronto do end up actually getting back in this somehow. They start playing like really aggressive. It's really disrespectful.
I want to note that play down that Toronto did. Yeah, this one that you're about to highlight. Yeah. This is a very typical play, bro.
Yeah, the fucking mid hit.
Yeah.
Like, these guys are going rogue. They just 3-hit mid.
This is Zoomaa call if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, this is a fugazi Zoomaa call. And I fuck with it, bro. I like the unorthodox shit. As long as they do it together, that's like the main thing. Just comment, do it together. Dashy almost pops 2 here. But it was just good plays. Good plays out of them. I like how Toronto was cutting the map and shit too. I mean, they did a good job bringing it back, but OpTic built too much of a lead. This one was chalked, unless OpTic absolutely threw. Which they almost did.
They almost threw. I mean, they got to round 11.
Well,
we'll watch the 4-5 round, then we'll watch 5-5.
Listen, in the round 11 was big too because they were able to just fucking get that site control and hop on it, right? If I remember correctly. I'm not sure if I'm remembering that right, but I was surprised Toronto backed off on the site like that, and I definitely want to watch that back and get your guys' opinions. But to see Toronto back out of the site and just give OpTic full control.
Actually, I don't think around Toronto 11. I'm sorry. I think OpTic actually. This is
win
around.
It here.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
They win it here, and look, OpTic get full control of the site, and Toronto just like they just give it up.
It's weird because it's planted for window, I'm pretty sure, right? Like they actually play for the plant spawn. It's not like they play on the wrong side of the bomb.
Have you guys seen anyone ever win the round by doing this, like stacking in the windows? I've seen Seth or someone get like these kills with people trying to peek like so many times. I don't think I've ever seen someone win the round when they stack the windows.
Seen London try it too many times.
Well, see,
That's what I'm saying.
even with the window plant though, like he stretched it. Like the guy, they can't even see it from in there. They have to run forward. Like they have to try and get a better angle, and they have to wide chow is what I'm trying to say. Like Toronto has to wide chow, and OpTic knows that. Envoy stretches the bomb. It's planted for window. You have a guy from OpTic holding street, bro. They can't be anywhere else. You have a guy. You know what I'm saying? It's like
I've never seen anyone win the round when they do this ever.
I just didn't like the play, man. I feel like Toronto, if they're gonna get the bomb site down in green, like just hold it, like hold the street.
They need maybe a little more from inside. Inside is also, I mean, it's sort of typical play on these retakes. He's not really being the aggressor to dash to try and like put more pressure. They try to bring the pressure from the mid side. Instead, they just got beat by a good corner. So it seemed like they kind of had some idea of like we're the two guys in window, and then we'll kind of like push the outside lanes. It just doesn't really like work out.
Yeah. So good plays out of OpTic. I love how they just went 4 dead, boom, like that, and win the map. That was fucking sick. So good plays out of them. Obviously, Dashy 14-5, just had a fucking day. Good fucking map out the kid. But then we go into control. And this is pretty much what Toronto took over, I guess we could say, right? Right, Ben? Toronto kind of took over here in these next couple maps.
Yeah, I mean, this was the inside show at the back end of this control, and he carried this through quite a few maps after this. Like, this guy was not missing after he went on a mega long piece on this map.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, bro. I feel for these Toronto guys right now. How do you think they're feeling after a loss like that? And I'm not talking about the OpTic. I'm talking about the grand final because I'm just thinking about it. Like they had to be down bad. Bro.
Same way I felt stage 1 Black Ops 3 did in Heatwave.
I mean, you were probably down bad on that one too.
like literally.
Listen, bro, we've all had those series where we ended up down bad, bro.
Yeah.
I can think of champs for me, FaZe versus 100T. That was a down bad one. You know what I'm saying?
Champs for me versus United, down bad.
Down fucking bad, bro.
What I will say, and someone in chat correct if I'm wrong, I believe Minnesota is on Toronto's side of the winners bracket for
I think
team. So
what is it? Is it Minnesota Empire, right?
It's
Round
Minnesota
1?
Empire, yeah, to play Toronto, and they don't want to be New York and OpTic to play FaZe. So yeah, if you're Toronto, you're obviously gonna feel shitty for the next couple of days. But you know what? You pull back, you watch the film, and you realize you get your chance potentially at revenge in about like 2.5 weeks, and that sort of should be your focus to sort of get one back at them at the bigger event of the year.
I'm just looking. I think Scump just dropped a fucking tweet, so I'm just trying to see what he said. But he said this is so unbelievably. Oh, it was a fucking congrats tweet. You love to see that from the king, giving some love to Attached Stanny, Major, and Priesta, man. Good job to them, man. Minnesota Rokkr absolutely fucking killed it, and we'll get there in the next series. But Toronto's controls have been fucking good, man. This is a hard team to beat. The way that they're able to fucking spawn trap and just absolutely dominate OpTic in this round was unbelievable. I mean, look at the live count right now. I mean, Inside is literally spawn trapping the fuck out of them back laundry. Like, they're just pinning OpTic so deep into those back laundry spawns, they can't do anything. And the live count's 25-14 with 2 minutes left to go. At this point, you're good. You're good.
Yeah,
just keep trading.
Streaks.
Yeah, full streaks, just keep running at them and trading. I mean, eventually the lives are just going to go down. They changed so many kills together so quickly that they pretty much won this round a fucking minute in. Like, it was absolutely phenomenal plays out of Toronto, especially to do it against a team like OpTic on Champ Sunday. Like, that was fucking impressive. And I don't know what you guys think, but that was nice.
After Insight went on that little spree, he deadass didn't miss a bullet the rest of the day.
Nope. Well,
that's all it takes. That's how it is though when you're at events or even in tournaments or whatever. You have one moment like that and then you're just in demon mode.
Yeah, you're in form. Well, maybe except for the last 5 maps of the grand finals.
Oh, bro.
Well, maybe
we'll get there.
I'm just saying, bro. I didn't mean to be an asshole.
Bro,
I'm just saying, bro.
Didn't he drop like
just say what's going on, Josiah.
going on, bros?
What's happening, bro? I called Zinni, but he's fucking drinking. He didn't even say a word to me.
Yeah, he's hammered, bro. It's been a rough one for him.
Oh, yeah. It'd be like that sometimes. But, Jerry, what's going on? Welcome to the flank.
I appreciate it, Tom. You know, just another day in the office watching an absolute breakdown today, but
I know, bro. I don't know what the fuck happened. This was nuts, bro. This is absolutely nuts. But listen, Toronto win the control. Great spawn traps out of Insight. Pretty much single-handedly won them that last round. Then we go into a checkmate hard point.
Clash of the Titans.
Clash of the fucking Titans, bro. And we know how this one goes. Checkmate hard point can always get really, really fucking mixy. It's just those hill chains and shit. It's never over until it's over. You see the AR players trying to lock shit down. I think OpTic got off to a pretty good start. It was going back and forth. A couple flips came in, one being right there on this P3 hill, I feel like, or P4. I feel like that's when a lot of flips start coming in, just because it's hard to keep track of like everything going on. I don't think we need to go into a listening, Ben, with OpTic. We already went into one.
We'll skip there, but this is where Toronto starts to pull away the P5. They do a good job.
They do a great job, yeah. They do a great job chaining some hills.
P1. Formal gets some bad timing here, kind of unfortunate. And this is sort of one that builds up to sort of the GG moment here, because Toronto is just going to kind of like, this is a weird one to me. So they have 5 pushed out wing, and I'm a little surprised that Envoy isn't watching his front, considering that's the only lane that's open here. He ends up kind of getting killed by surprise. Toronto gets in, and they get the initial on P2, and it's kind of a wrap from here.
I fully agree. I was kind of mind blown right here when he died. I was like, whoa. Look, he was just chilling, and yeah.
Bro, I mean, we were doing it in the watch party. Everybody was like putting question marks and shit, like, what the fuck is he doing? I mean, realistically, he's probably staring at his mini map, but I don't know how they weren't looking at front. Like they have to
get any comms from someone. Like the only way they could come is long. Like the only way they can come is P4.
It was very weird. It was very weird to see him. It literally looked like he blacked out. It looked like he blacked out for a second and was just chilling, and he almost made up for it because he popped like 2 or 3 kills in a fucking back. But that was I think after that happened and Toronto got the rest of this, I was like, okay, this is not looking good for OpTic. Once it gets to that like 100-point lead mark, I'm like, a team like Toronto, all they need to do is just stay disciplined, and they'll probably finish out this series and make it to the grand finals. So at the end of the day, I think OpTic played well this weekend, but they still, man, just that top 4, top 3 hurdle for them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like OpTic right now is chasing for that #1 spot, and they're so fucking close, but they're not there yet. They're not there. And I think, Ben, I would like to get your thoughts on that, but do you see OpTic breaking out of that fucking top 3, top 4 at champs? I can see it happening, but I think it's going to be difficult. It's going to be really difficult.
I see people blaming Formal a lot, and like I don't think that's like, he obviously had a bad map and a little bit of a bad series, but like I don't think that's like the root of the problem. We've talked about this like all year. I think they're just a plan A team, and I felt like they started to get a little bit better at it. As they're tackling the problem sort of in the last couple of weeks. They had that big victory against FaZe. They were looking good. They were undefeated in the stage until they had that last loss where they lost on sort of their best maps. And then from there, I think they're starting to like get in the same problem where in the S&D sometimes they don't really have a really good backup option. These respawns, they just can't get out of these waves of momentum. I don't know if it's a comms thing or just it just sort of spirals, but you know, they're only gonna have one more crack at it this year to try and lift that sort of current trophy drought they have.
Yep, 100%. 100%. I agree with you. I think OpTic. It was like what we were saying about Minnesota, like how like a few weeks ago, how they were like right there. You know, like they just needed like 1 or 2 little tweaks and they're ready to go. Which is why I think Champs is gonna be so fucking scary. Like I feel like Champs is gonna be like anybody can win. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah. No,
I mean, it's always been like that.
It's champs, bro. Like everyone pulls up and they're just going fucking rogue. Like they're putting their lives on the line, everything. Like they're doing every single thing they can to try to win, and especially like veteran players like that. We're talking about OpTic. Like you can't count any of them out or just any top player out like that. They're gonna show up and they could just dominate.
Yeah. I was gonna say that they're gonna play a New York team that has some skill. We're not obviously we gotta see what lineup they bring out, but if it's with their current lineup, you know, they've got a chance in that series. I think it's going to be an interesting match for OpTic, and then beyond that, they're going to have to play FaZe again, and maybe they can come out and get that lay-in win against FaZe and really turn the pressure on. I'm sure the fans will be crazy for that one if it happens, but curious to see what OpTic we get to close out the season, see if they can get on that nice run.
Yeah, and then we get into the next one, bro. Toronto Ultra hits the grand finals. They take down OpTic Chicago up against the Minnesota Rokkr. And Toronto takes a 4-0 map count lead in the best of 9. They need one more map. And Minnesota Rokkr do the super fucking reverse sweep.
The super ultra reverse sweep, bro.
Super ultra reverse fucking sweep. I've never, guys, in my Call of Duty career, have seen any type of fugazi like this.
Nah,
Hey,
the
you did
only
it.
thing that was close, is you did it. You and Dylan did it with the double best of sevens.
Dylan's
No,
been a lot
before
more
that.
Dylan's been a
No,
lot of these
before
crazy
that.
comebacks, man.
To
The double
get
best of
there.
sevens, Gfinity Masters,
Yeah.
the World War II
Yeah,
series,
but this,
Tom.
bro, this I don't think anything compares to this.
No, it can't because it's a best of 9, right? And it's in the finals. But
Yeah. But
Leave it to Dylan, bro.
Attach is clutch as fuck, bro.
Wait,
I would
I
say
literally said
this.
it. Yeah, I literally said I was watching with Ace, sitting in TeamSpeak. We were watching, and I was like, yo, they were down 0-4. I was like, the only fugazi that's ever happened in finals, Dylan's been a part of it, and they have Dylan. Like, that shit can happen. What do you know?
Dylan's clutch
They
as
did
fuck.
it.
Yeah, he's
Bro,
clutch as
Teach
fuck.
called it.
It's
We were in the TeamSpeak and TJ goes, there's one person who can do it, and it's Dylan. He's like, it's only happened with him. And TJ goes, watch, they're going to make their comeback. And they came back from 0-4. I was mind blown.
Is
Yeah.
Dylan the clutchest player
Yes.
of all time?
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
Might be that
Yeah,
comeback.
bro.
I think the only
It's not a
thing
fucking
that
argument. It's not an argument.
I
He's
think
for sure
the
the clutchest
only thing,
player.
and I'm sorry,
100%.
Lamar, but I think the only time he's been on the bad side of it is against United, huh?
Damn.
I'm
The
sorry,
fuck?
bro,
Sheesh.
because that's the only thing that was gonna stop me from saying he's the clutchest player. But other than that, he has a whole bunch of shit that just says he's the clutchest motherfucker
It's
alive.
just insane.
Yeah, he's always been just good in the clutch. I mean, bro, I very rarely even saw him lose 1v1s in Surge.
No, yeah, we
Like,
always.
you know
That's
what
where
I'm
it started,
saying?
right, Tom? That's where it started. He never loses his ones.
Nah, he
I was
doesn't.
expecting a big when he was in that 1v4 TJ and we're like, oh, here goes Dylan doing some fucking crazy shit. He almost 1v4. He got
Yeah,
the 2
bro.
kills right away. I was
Clutch
like, whoa.
attach. And listen, and a lot of people, you know, especially with him running a sub, right? Like, I know there's a lot of controversy with whether or not Dylan should run the AR. Even me being one of them was like, yo, maybe they should throw Dylan on the fucking AR, you know, toss him on it when they were doing bad, you know, like trying to switch things up. But to see them come into rhythm, I feel like him and Standy just found it. Like, they finally clicked. Like, they finally found that rhythm. They found that momentum. And it's the routes they take, too. I feel like Dylan does a great job playing his life, where Standy's the one taking, like, those super long fucking routes, fucking pinching, doing, like, all the fucking fugazi. You know? It's a good balance. It's a good balance.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I also just think it's insane, that whole conversation that started with Dylan with, like, oh, he can't run a sub, this, that. Like, Dylan has won a tournament running a sub, like the last, World War II won a tournament, Black Ops 4, he didn't. Last year we won a tournament running a sub, this year we ran a tournament running a sub. Like, yeah, someone has a rough patch or a semi-whatever patch for like a week or two and people start freaking out. Like, he's a champion as a sub, and I think he should stay as a sub.
I mean, my only argument to that is, like, I've seen Dylan use an AR, and he is gross. You know what I'm
I
saying?
picked him up to be my AR and fucking Ghost.
Yeah,
That's actually wild.
I just know what he's capable of with an AR, and when things are hitting the fan, like for instance, you have somebody like Priesta, who can easily run a sub. You know, like he has like that play style to do it. Like at the time, it made sense with how bad things are going. It never was Dylan can't you just can't have Dylan on a sub. He can't run a sub. It was more
No,
just
I'm not
like
talking about
It's
you
just-
guys.
it's
I'm
just the
talking
play
about
style, yeah.
that was the speculation from a lot of like the fans
I mean,
and just whatever was
bro,
talking about. I was like,
the
bro, he's won
speculation,
so many
the
events with
speculation
subs.
from the fans a month ago was
The world champion or
Dylan is
whatever.
that Dylan needs to go and that he fell off. I mean, that's what people were saying.
Yeah,
Bro,
that's what I'm saying.
They're fucking. They live day to day. They live month by month.
Oh, they went through that sprout where, I mean, this is before you guys had Standy, but you guys literally, what stage was it where you guys lost to us on Florida, you guys lost to who else, OpTic and someone else, and you guys didn't win a map. I mean, you guys made obviously like one roster change, but to see like where stuff was from then to now is insane.
Yeah, bro. And I mean, look at the fucking scoreboard. It's
Yeah,
fucking
Tom.
247 to 34. What the fuck? There was no way in hell I thought Minnesota was winning this after the first. Bro, it wasn't like the first 4 maps were like close fucking nail biters. They were getting fucking boop-opped.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Tom, you know, last time someone Minnesota was down this bad, we saw Lamar's haircut, so.
Oh, nice try, Ben. Your girl not safe. Don't bring her around me.
Hey, you're on cam, Ben. You're on cam, Ben, talking about hairlines, bro.
Yo, off topic,
Oh, dude,
I'm really
oh,
impressed
bro,
with
my
Mike.
color's bright, man.
Damn! Fucking hell. Okay, Ben, what do you want to show us here?
No.
What do you want to show us here?
I
Ben?
just wanted to talk about the first map. We were just talking about Dylan. I mean, bro, like, you know, tough bounce for Minnesota, man. Checkmate is a hard map to play first in the set. They're playing a Toronto team that was hot. And, you know, look, the difficulty with the situation that someone on a team like Minnesota faces is they have no teams to warm up against. So they were put in kind of a tough situation here. I didn't really get anything going in the first couple maps, especially this
I just
one.
realized they played him on the map that they just closed OpTic on. What the hell did we expect? Those who's Kleenex just dropped like 40 on that map.
Yeah.
Who got to spawn in right there again?
Yeah, right.
They're reviving.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a tough bounce.
Ben, what you got it paused down right now? What is this shit?
Yeah, I was pausing the score just
My
so
bad,
people
my
could see
bad.
it.
Why am I
Yeah,
being?
don't
Why am
always
I?
say
My
it's
bad,
happening,
bro.
bro.
My bad, bro. You know me, Ben. I get a little fucking crazy, bro. Hey, look at Maven in the chat. You bald, good-looking bastard. I appreciate you, bro. Make sure to drop some fucking wavings for all the subs he was gifting, bro. What an animal. Great job today in the desk. You and Joey D. Fucking
And
good
then
looking.
the momentum didn't stop here. I mean, Toronto was just not missing in this S&D. It definitely felt like Minnesota was still just a little bit out of sync. They were missing some shots and 101s you don't normally miss. Inside got some crazy wall bangs here in Preston. And it was just nothing. Minnesota just couldn't get anything going on this Moscow S&D.
No, they couldn't. They couldn't get anything going. And bro, I think it was JCap who fucking tweeted this shit. But he was like, bro, it literally looks like Minnesota just forgot how to fucking play COD the first 4 maps. It literally looked like they forgot. I don't know what the fuck Brian Saint and Reppin did and Jake did back fucking stage. What the fuck did they do? What did they say? What did they say?
The greatest speech of all fucking time.
By the
man.
way, seeing Brian Saint cry like that when they won was like, bro, I didn't expect him to be.
Right?
I don't know. I didn't expect him to be that emotional. I didn't expect that. It was awesome
I
to
thought that would
see.
happen when the Yankees win the World Series, but it's good to see him and his boys can make the greatest comeback I've ever seen in COD.
I mean, it was nuts. I mean, imagine being a coach and seeing your team do that
one for
shit.
you.
You know what I'm saying? But then you can fast forward through this a little bit because Toronto wiped them. I mean, bro, the first 4 maps. Hey,
I don't think there's anything to talk about the first 4 maps.
There isn't. There's nothing to talk about. And then what's also crazy is the maps that Minnesota were winning. Same thing. Minnesota started blowing Toronto out. I said
it was just curb stompings left and right, bro.
I said, what the fuck? They're blowing each other. Wait, what? Hold on. Hold on.
Okay, come on. I mean, this is a little bit of a family-ish podcast. Say like a PG-13 podcast.
No, I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck on this podcast. You know me. But yeah, they were definitely blowing each other. You know what I'm saying? So
dude, now you're doubling down.
Sorry,
man.
bro. I wanted to say it. But I don't know why do you think that is?
I mean,
it's momentum swings, but go ahead, Dan.
Yeah. Nah, like there is obviously the no advantage, but I think people are like overdoing it when it comes to like the first 2 maps because like even if it's 2 best of 5s, you're playing hardpoint S&D, right? Like it was always hard to warm up. You're always shooting bots. The only thing, obviously the big thing is just winners finals. At least you had a series under your belt. Here's like you're getting on your controller, setting up for the first time of the day. But I mean, you just played them on 2 maps that they just played against OpTic. Granted, they did lose this to OpTic, but I mean, Ultra's just gonna come back, make the adjustment, and at the end of the day, they're playing a different team on it. So that's gonna come with different strategies. I just think that kind of played against them. Is that 2 of the first maps were 2 maps that they just played against OpTic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're kind of just comfortable on it. And what was the 3rd map? Like a control Gary? Was it a control raid?
It was raid. Yeah, they won 3-1.
Oh, so they played the 3 maps they played against fucking OpTic.
What the fuck is this shit, Dan?
And wait, correct me if I'm wrong.
He sound like he's from New York right there.
Correct me if I'm wrong though, but the first 2 maps are Rokkr's picks. No, isn't that the veto advantage?
I'm not sure.
I know
first
map is for sure.
What the actual pick procedure is, because I don't think it's out there publicly how Best-of-9 works. I would love to know.
To be fair, Rokkr had been frying on the map. They beat FaZe and they beat multiple teams throughout the tournament on it, so I'm sure they were feeling confident no matter what.
I think that's why people, I definitely did. I thought it was over because I think in a best-of-9, as the best-of-9 progresses, it starts favoring Ultra's map picks, right?
Yeah.
I feel like the early maps are like that's your advantage. Like you're gonna play your best like 2 maps or 3 maps, whatever it is, and then it's gonna go. Oh, now you're playing Ultra on fucking maps that they enjoy, or they want to play him. But it worked out opposite.
Well, look what happened to Dallas against a team like FaZe. They ended up playing Raid S&D that they never played. In this series, for example, like I can't remember the last time I saw Minnesota play APOC Hardpoint.
True. Minnesota played They don't play APOC Hardpoint. They just don't fuck with it. Well, it's because it's the 3 subs too.
I haven't seen them play in a minute.
It's the 3 subs. I mean, but also to be fair, I mean, you got Pete Dog running your 3rd sub. Like that's a pretty good fucking 3rd sub to have.
On paper, for sure.
Priest is like a good. I feel like Priest is one of those players who's always been a good flex. He can do anything, and that's a true flex. Somebody who can bounce around and use any fucking gun. You know what I'm saying? So it was cool to see him do his fucking thing. But Ben, I really don't know if you want to talk about these maps, unless there's something that you want to talk about. These were absolutely insane fucking blowouts.
I'm just kind of skipping to the end so we can just kind of like see if there's anything to discuss. I want to talk a little bit about Preston. I actually was like kind of rooting for Preston in this series. for full disclosure, I mean, obviously, he was one of the players I managed when I was on FaZe, and he's gone through periods over the last couple of years where, the gameplay hasn't come to him. I think maybe he's just not really sure. He switched roles a couple of times, and I'm happy to see that he finally had that kind of takeover series. You and I have both seen Preston be absolutely disgusting with the sub, absolutely disgusting with the main AR. He had his struggles last year and his struggles at parts this year, especially in the beginning start with Minnesota. So happy that he had sort of the takeover series along with the other teammates here and finally get a chip this year. I think he's won 4 straight. I saw on Reddit that he's won a championship in 4 straight titles. Is that correct?
That's a good stat to have.
Yeah, I mean,
one last year,
Black Ops 400T, and then World War II.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great stat to have.
I used to keep track of that stat. Fuck.
Ah, fucking hell, bro. I like that stat a lot. I mean, it just
Is he
shows...
the one that leads that now, Ben? I know it was Jerry and Sam that you two
right?
were the only ones that held there, right? Jerry going into MW. Yeah, going into MW, and then COVID happened. Unlucky for you, but so Preston might have that because he won in World War II, right? So he leads OpTic because Krim and them didn't win there. Yeah. And then obviously Simp and Abizi. So I think Priest is gonna be the one that leads that going. No, he can keep that. He's guaranteed one.
Yeah, Nick had it going too until this year he didn't win.
Well, no, he didn't win in World War II.
Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind. But he had a 3 streak, didn't he?
Yeah.
Even for me,
like a 3 or 4.
Even for me, just seeing what Major Maniac and Priesta went through with the FaZe team, how they just kind of got dropped. I mean, bro, being on a top 2 team and getting dropped at the end of the year must be a shitty feeling. Like, you obviously don't want to leave those guys. You're on a good organization. It's like a whole new type of atmosphere for them, a different environment. One thing with P-Dog in the offseason, Priesta, I know that he was very he was like a package deal with Mike. He had a lot of offers flying around. Pretty sure Priesta was talking to LA Thieves. He was talking to us, New York. We were talking to him a little bit. OpTic. I heard he was talking to OpTic a bit. So it's just crazy to me that Priesta had all these fucking opportunities to go to all these teams, and he said, no, I want to stay with Mike. I need to stay with Mike. Like, wherever Mike goes, I'm staying with him because Mike is a good, smart player. He's easy to play with. He's just easy to play with, and I think on that fucking FaZe team, like all the success that they had, like or seeing Mike potentially not get on a team was absolutely ridiculous. Like, I think P-Dog and Mike make a good combo. And when you add Attach and Standy to that, I mean, it's a good team, man. We've been saying this all year, Ben. They were just so close to finding that little spark, right? That little spark to just get them over that edge that they just couldn't just get over. And finally, they fucking did it, bro. And I'm so happy for them. I really am. I was super excited to watch them come back and win that. I'm definitely gonna reach out to fucking Dale and see what the hell he's doing after this. But I know they're celebrating and doing their thing. Yeah, definitely want to hear from them.
One thing I say about Mike is, he's an interesting AR to me. Fantastic search and destroy player. I remember last year watching him clutch up a lot. He's had some good clutches this year. In response, he's got an interesting play style. I think, and Maven and Mark kind of talked about on the broadcast, I think at times his interaction numbers are really low. And I'm not sure if it's sort of like a play style thing, a system thing, like a situation where he's trying to value his life, so he doesn't really take a lot of like heat check gunfights like some other ARs do. But they're able to play around it with their sort of aggressive sub play, especially with the pressure that Standy brings, and you've seen it in their hardpoint games since he joined. And when you have Preston and Dylan just being walking 2 pieces, I think that sort of all kind of meshes together, and he brings that sort of, I guess, leadership and shot calling to help them have a good respawn base. I
mean, hey, it's whatever works for them. I mean, I said the same thing about Mike. I was like, I don't really know sometimes what he's doing. Like, I feel like he's just so like out of it on the score sheet. He's just, his interactions are like cut in half compared to other people. But then usually when that happens, he has like triple everybody's hill time. He's probably fucking doing the dirty shit, like the stuff that nobody wants to do, right? With the objective work. And a lot of that stuff, it gets underappreciated. He's like a talented Doug Martin. You know what I'm saying?
Doug.
I mean, I'm just, listen, Major Maniac is one of the most, Doug doesn't have Major Maniac's talent. What are we actually gonna, come on.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna dispute that. I was playing the crowd.
I mean, I love Doug, and I also think Doug has been successful, and people hate on Doug, but I mean, Major Maniac is his talent is through the roof, bro. He's really good, which is why a lot of people are like, why does he play like that? Why does he like kind of play like super passive, like never really chows much? Because when you watch him play, he is insanely talented. So
And
it's
when I
just
used to watch him back in Black Ops 3 when he played S&D, it was like, this guy's a one-burst machine just with the pure gunny.
I had this conversation just yesterday. I think we were talking about how in S&D when he was on his come up, that was like the complete opposite play style. He like was known for taking every gunfight. In Black Ops 3, he didn't run dead silence because he would one burst people across the map in S&D Chels. Just funny to see how his play style has transformed.
Well, this is we're getting into Miami S&D, so we skipped through the first 4 maps. Absolute smoke from Toronto. This is the beginning of the comeback here. Minnesota's had their ups and downs on this map. They played some absolute nail biters. They've had some heartbreakers with the teammates on this map, and they were able to pull this off and start some positive momentum going their way.
Yep. And what do you think it was like? How do you think they talked it out after they were down 0-4? What do you think was going through their heads? I mean, listening to Dylan in the interview, like after the fact, he basically just said, just have some fun, no pressure at all. They had that bro, we talk about this all the fucking time. This don't give a fuck play style mentality. That's kind of like what they were down 0-4, and then they probably went backstage and said, listen, let's just go out there and not give a fuck and see what the hell happens.
You won an event with Dylan with that mindset back in World War II.
Yeah, because we were a great team, and we went down into losers bracket against Envy the first round, and I went upstairs and I was like, bro, like let's just not give a fuck, bro. We're just always yelling at each other. We're always fucking bickering. We're always fucking telling each other do this, do that. Everybody go out there and just do whatever the fuck you want. Just make sure you're calm and doing shit together. And we went out there, we were going fucking rogue,
Yeah, I think the pressure just changes, right? You're just like, wait, they're up 4-0. There's no pressure on us to do anything, like at all.
Yeah.
Like if we lose this, we lose this. We got smoked, whatever, and let's just take it. I mean, obviously the first thing is take it a map at a time, and I think the best of 9 is structured pretty interesting because I think the next 3 maps are what S&D control S&D.
Yeah.
Which is.
Yeah, they won 3 S&Ds out of their 5 they won in the comeback.
I feel like that probably helped them is that. You're playing, like I said, I think it was S&D control S&D to bring it back, and then they played a hard point. So I think that might have helped them too.
And by the way, they're playing in one of the other top 3 S&D teams in the game.
Yeah.
Like Toronto, I think. I don't know how you feel, Dan. I feel like to me the way they play S&D, they're probably. I always feel like they're probably one of the best, if not the best, S&D team in the game based on their pure teamwork. And Minnesota pieced them apart on potentially their best map, right? S&D at the end of the series.
Yeah, if you told me that Ultra need to win 1 map, what mode would you put them in? I would say S&D. Well, they need to win 1 map, put them on any S&D.
I think that has a lot to do with the momentum shift too of like what we talked about. I mean, just they took it map by map, the momentum completely changed, and just everything that Minnesota was doing was just working. And it's just like I feel like when you reach that point in a tournament, it's just over. Like they just caught rhythm and everything was going their way.
That's what Ace was saying. Ace was saying that every time that the camera like went onto the players, he's like, the Toronto players like look worried. I didn't really catch it or notice it, but he was saying like they look.
That's not in your head, bro. I don't care who you are as a competitor. Like you go up 4-0 and like it's 4-1, then you lose map 2 and it's like it's 4-2 and you're like, all right, bro, come on, let's win this. And like it goes map 3 and you lose it again. It's like, all right, bro, focus the fuck up, and then you lose again. It's like, damn, bro, this is about to happen.
Saying focus up.
Like I don't care who you are, you're thinking about that the whole entire time.
But what do you think happened to Toronto? What the fuck happened to them?
And not to mention the crowd, bro. You start hearing the crowd.
Yeah.
I mean, what was it? Like, it just looked like they lost it. It looks like the magic juice that they were drinking disappeared. They had no more juice left. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't understand how you could be up 4-0 and look like the best team in the world and then can't take one of the next 5. How is that fucking possible?
Tom. You're not wrong, Tom.
Insight was on pace to have a 2.0 in a grand final, so I'm not even kidding. Like after I think Tom, I went on when you were doing the watch party, and I was like, bro, Insight's about to have a 2.0. He was literally 60, like 8 and 30 or something after the first like 3 or 4 maps, and then I mean he continued to have a nasty series, but he would have had a 2.0 if they closed it out in 5 probably, which is just insane to think about.
Yeah, it's nuts.
I thought especially on this Garrison control, I felt like you saw Toronto at times. I'm queuing up to a situation on this A transition from the BCAT from Toronto from Minnesota. I feel like uncharacteristically, Toronto's just very sloppy on this map. Again, I think maybe to your point, the emotion took over, and they weren't able to fall back on the tactics they've executed so well throughout this regular season.
Well, listen, man. We got to give a warm introduction to this guy right here in the fucking chat, because we got the champion, ladies and gentlemen, Dylan Price. Attach. Let's give it up. Let's get some attaches in the chat. Let's give him a round of applause, Dylan. Congrats, Dig. Congrats, bro.
That's the goat right there.
Unbelievable fucking plays. I was going fucking nuts still. I was going nuts. You're the fucking man, bro.
Listen, you're gonna
Fucking
make
love
Tommy
you,
lose his
kid.
voice, and we still got champs coming up in
I
a
don't
few
give
weeks.
a fuck, bro. Dill's the fucking clutchest of all time. It's cemented. He's the clutchest,
Cemented.
bro.
Yo,
He's
hit the
the
jack,
fucking
bro.
clutchest. Hey, listen, Dill, I don't know what you're doing right now. I'm sure I don't know if you're celebrating or what the fuck you're doing, but if you want to roll through, come through.
Sipping that Dom.
Because I know Vinny's coming through, Asim's coming through. They're all coming over right now. So if you want to come through, let me know.
Yeah.
As well as Standy, Pete Dog, and fucking Mike, and whoever else the fuck. Come through. I don't give a shit. But hey, fucking congratulations, Dill, and I'm super happy for you. I fucking love you. You're the fucking man. And hey, now you look forward to the big one. You understand? You'll play second over there when New York hits first. So I appreciate you, bro. I'm just kidding. Make the best team win, and congrats, kid. Fucking love you. You're the man. But enjoy your dinner, bro. Enjoy your fucking dinner, and I'll catch you later.
They're eating lobster and steaks.
This guy, yeah, they're probably
on
eating
the Gary V
hey,
card.
Hey, isn't that
Lord,
isn't that a good ass feeling though when you win an event and you hit dinner with your team?
Oh, it's the best shit.
Oh hell yeah, bro.
There's
Yeah,
no
I'll
better
take a
feeling.
Scuff would be
Wagyu,
right
everything
there,
else I
bro.
Dude, it's nuts, bro. Like, bro, I remember when we won in London, Gfinity. I had like Ricky, like Banks, Temper, like all the FaZe guys, and we had the check just walking through the streets of London with my pops. That shit was funny. Ben, take it over. I got the front desk calling me. I got people coming over.
All good. As we continue watching this Garrison control here, Minnesota up 2-0. Oh, I'm sorry, I just hit my mic by accident here. I don't know if you guys are any specific plays you want to watch from this map. I was watching that first round, but I don't remember anything crazy went down on the third round.
I'm gonna be honest. I clicked off the stream and didn't tune in again until Hardpoint APOC when I was like, holy shit, they're actually gonna do it.
I mean, I'll be honest. I was freaking out on map 3 because like I hadn't eaten yet, and I was like, oh, I need to get dinner done so I don't sound like a complete ass on the show. And then I tuned back in. It was starting to get a little bit tighter. I was watching with Mata AC, Adam. And then all of a sudden, Minnesota started winning this map. And the next one, I was like 5-3. I was like, okay. I don't know if Minnesota's going to win APOC hardpoint. And then suddenly it went to game 5. I was game 9. I'm sorry.
I mean, kind of pointed, and that's probably where it started to sink in for Ultra. Is they start on defense on Garrison and they lose it.
Yeah.
Well, Dylan went huge that first round after they capped B. Dylan like was trapped in the corner at A, and he slid out and got a 2-piece with his pistol. And, like, they capped the point. And that's where I said I think like the momentum just started shifting, bro. Like they won that offense, they clutched up big time. Then they went up 2-0 in the control, and I think that was the moment they realized like, holy shit, like we can do this. Then I think things just started like clicking after that.
And like
gunfights like that start happening, and then it's like
yeah. And like we always said, bro, crowd also solidifies momentum, bro. Like I saw people like think that we're joking when it comes to landing crowd, but the crowd just starts chanting for them. Like the momentum just shifts. I mean, it's just like in a sports stadium, right?
Well, we've seen crazy comebacks at the old MLG studio. I mean, you had the FaZe ones. You had the season 3 in AW.
Even if it's the smallest bit of crowd, bro.
Even Gfinity Masters didn't have like a huge crowd in that old movie theater, right?
Yeah. Like, the smallest bit of crowd, just hearing it, bro. When you're a player, there's just nothing like it. Like no one, like it's like the corniest thing, and everyone says it, but it's just facts.
But yeah, the crowd was chanting MVP for Standy. That was just popping pieces. Like that guy probably felt untradeable,
that's when it gets
unkillable.
Scary. You're playing OpTic, and all of a sudden you're hearing Bruce. You're like, oh shit, someone pop a PD, please, like please, someone.
Hey,
I don't want to hear Bruce.
Standy caught fucking fire. This kid,
he was fine.
And I'm happy we're talking about Standy because Vinny's about to walk in. It's like the weirdest thing because, bro, Ben, you remember how Vinny used to talk about Standy?
Dude,
I'm talking 3-4 years ago.
Bro,
I'm talking a long time ago.
This
like
when
3-4
Sandy was
years.
like 15. Like so Tommy and I don't want to roast Vinny too much, but Tommy and I used to make fun of Vinny because he was in all these twit longers and like funny like player rankings.
Yeah, he was trolling though.
He was trolling, and he would always have his like his other friend number 1 or number 2, and he would always have Standy 1 or 2. And this is back when Standy was just like grinding S&D trials as a young kid. He's always been gassing this kid up, and it's exciting to see him come in now. And this series has had a major impact. He had that medium impact, and having to turn around their hardpoint game. And then as they started to come to these majors, and then on land, like he's just been the same impactful player.
Hold on.
What was that fight?
I gotta let my little cousin in.
Yeah.
And Eli pulled up and just started frying, bro.
What the fuck? Yo, bro, he beams Dylan there and then loses this?
No bullshit. I think if Preston had an AR right there, he would have lost.
Oh, are you talking about the one to Preston whenever he eats Yeah, I saw it loud.
I think it nasty strafe.
I think if Preston had his AR instead of the sub, he would have lost the fight.
Yeah.
But the sub, you could strafe.
Stuck on the.
He hit him with the ASIM left stick break from fucking Black Ops 4 and just mega strafe.
The year.
All right,
we'll
Ben,
give
we
it a
got the
second.
one. We got the one and only. Hold on, I'm gonna go full screen for this. Come in here, Vin. Scoot
Yeah.
over, bro. Don't be nervous. Don't be shy. Okay,
And that guy
Vin.
needs a raise, bro.
Vin, so you're a legend in the chat right now.
Yep.
Please confirm that I did pay the $1,000.
Yes, Tommy paid the $1,000.
I did. I paid it. I can't believe this shit fucking happened, bro. So, Vinny, I'm gonna tell him the story, okay?
Right.
I'm at my grandfather's 80th birthday party, and this guy Vinny's going off like he's always saying. He's going off. He keeps saying Stanley's the best player in the world. He's better than Simpin and Beezy. Obviously, you still believe that.
Yeah.
He thinks Stanley's better than Simpin and Beezy. He starts going off this and that. He says they're gonna smoke phase and they're gonna win the event. I've been watching them scrim. These guys are fucking godlike. What is it about Stanley? You've been talking about Stanley for fucking 4 or 5 years. Go
dude,
ahead and lean into the mic.
Personally, like what I think about Stanley that makes him so good is his awareness and like his ability to be ready for the next gunfight. Like, dude, he's always ready for the next gunfight, and he's just even like he'll spawn in, dude.
Bro,
and
he's
he's
an
ready.
L-trigger
Yeah,
sub.
yeah.
He's an
He's
L-trigger
like
sub.
he's always gonna get the first bullet every single time in the gunfight, and that's why I think he's like really, really nasty.
And plus, he's a good kid. Got a good head
he's a
on
good
him.
kid.
You know, he wants to learn.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like shit like that goes like a long way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Listen, bro, they're all saying 5K because when Minnesota was down 0-4, I was like, I'll pay Vinny 5K if they win this shit. I was trolling,
Yeah,
but we shook on the 1K, bro. I paid it. Guys, come on here. They're trying to fucking and remember that basketball court shot? Let them know what happened. Tell them what happened. Tell them the story.
No, all right. So
Chat, listen to this. This is how you know I'm a good guy.
So basically, I was like talking about how it's easy to score the current like 3-point line in the NBA. So I shot 20 shots and I had to make 10. And if I made 10, Tommy would have gave me 1K.
Yep.
I didn't make 10, but Tommy still gave me 1K.
I still
anyway,
gave it
so.
to him. I still
yeah.
gave it to because you know I got you with anything you ever
Yeah,
need,
yeah.
bro. It's family over everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's my fucking cousin Vinny. I know a lot of you guys been waiting to see him on the show or just bro. I don't think anybody has ever seen you in person. Bro, you're my most viewed video on YouTube.
Yeah,
Me and Vin used to play wagers in Black Ops 3 together when Vin was really young. We even played a little bit of Fortnite too when you're in Fortnite.
I remember.
Vin was like he was like 13 years old hiding in a bush. clutch to win for us in Fortnite. But let's get back to the match, man. I appreciate you coming on too,
This
Vin, for a
listening was
second.
godlike. I'll be the one to say it.
You want to tune in? Let's tune into the listening and see how
We'll
Minnesota
tune in
Rokkr
and watch
sound.
the P2 because I think the P2 is really bigger in this map.
All right, hold on. Let me switch over. Ben, let it rip, kid.
On the USA Discord against Mexico, and I'll let her rap.
Oh, take a
Extra.
strap.
Oh, stay live,
press
Yeah,
stay
Cliff,
live.
fast,
Yeah, I'll bait for you. I'll bait
I'll
for you.
come bait. I'll come bait.
Shot
I'm gonna look,
fire.
actually, I'm gonna look AK for a second. Hold on.
I'm gonna lay hit Cliff.
We should,
Yeah.
oh, I got it.
You can lay hit low. You can lay hit low.
Wait, you
We'll lay it cute.
Mike, come help us. Come help us. Come help us. I can look. I can get area angles. Look top. I have your low. I have your low 10. I have your low 10.
Slide out. One of you guys.
Low 10.
Top.
Top.
Dead.
I'm on a 6. I'm on a 6.
Take your time,
Top.
take your time.
Top. One shot. Clean X. Dead.
Nice. That's
I'll see
two.
male. Under coop. One shot under coop.
I can see top TV.
There's one top.
He went
Top.
mid.
I'm gonna slide for you, Preston.
Okay.
Close, weak.
I got artillery. One on point. Two on point.
Take our time.
Hitting low on you.
Take our time.
I have real low.
One shot low. I got one.
I'm holding truck. I'm holding truck.
Hold low. Low on me.
Low, dead, nice. One more time. I'll over you.
One
I'm over you.
shot.
You're good. You're good. I'm over.
You're gonna be low right on me.
He's low under maps. Weak. Cammy. Slide on him.
Cammy dead.
Nice. Good shit.
I real low right. I real low right.
Cliff. I might have boxed.
Top bridge. Top bridge.
Top right advance.
Cliff.
One
I'm
shot
trying
behind
Cliff.
us. Listen, there's
Nice.
one. Oh no,
I need a cliff. I need a cliff.
Hit map's dead.
Nice.
What's
Cliff.
Cliff? Knock right.
Deep. Cammy.
Take your time.
Hold. Just hold.
I have a streak. Deep.
Get the time. Get the time. Get the time.
One guy's spawned out.
Deep Cammy. Deep right Cammy.
One guy's gonna be going coop.
Hold the map control. Hold the map control.
It's a good listen.
I mean, bro, unbelievable listening out of the Minnesota Rokkr. It's the energy, man. It's the energy. It's the way they're hyping each other up. It's just the little things that was able to get them back into this. They never gave up, man. They never gave up. And I feel like after every map, they just felt like they were closer and closer. Like it just got easier, like as it went on for them. But Dan
made the play here.
Yeah, he did. They made the fucking play. Great break. He ends up jumping up. Bro, if he would have got this 3-piece right here too,
Yeah.
right here, or the 4-piece,
Heat
basically,
check.
it was a heat check.
disgusting.
It was a heat check.
Even
for sure.
Dylan right here to turn around, throw that nade.
That buy time, bro. You just finesse.
But
Buys a
look
few
at
more
look at
seconds to his
the
teammate.
look at the composure from Major Manic and Priest here. So this is sort of like a 400 IQ play, I think. So you can't really see it because they go back to the player cams, but I think Mike and Preston actually hold their cams here and wait for this 1v1 to win. So they end up actually getting these back spawns with the full team kind of after this kill goes down.
Yeah, good
Then
plays.
they spawn them, yeah.
Good nade, good plays
They would
coming
have
out of
spawned there,
there.
but yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Bro, and then they were able to get streaks, weren't they? All I know is to the final half of this game, Minnesota had this in the bag.
Did you guys laugh how long Insight was just down here?
Yeah, I was losing full.
Bro, same.
I was like, bro, how have you not jumped up on Major yet? He literally sat there for probably 20 seconds, and then he ends up dying.
He goes 1 for 1. He goes 1 for 1.
He shot the guy half wall, then just died.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know,
But they end up getting I think they end up setting up a pinch on the next hill, right? They end up getting split.
I'm pretty sure it was a tattoo like made a play and like pinched the hill or somebody
No,
made
right
a play.
here they just end up getting like a
No,
good
it was the
scrap time.
it was the last.
Yeah, they get scrap time here.
No, right here. Is this where? Oh no, it's Priesta who pinches.
He's top
Makes a-
TV and he's pinches.
Yeah, he makes a good play. I thought it was attached, but it was Priesta who like hits top T, gets an entry. It was a good pinch from him. And then
here
I think,
it is. Here's the perfect pinch.
Yep, they just overwhelm the back. They overwhelm the back. Cammy's left on his own. They work a trade, and at this point, I mean, Toronto's spawning out. This is over, bro.
This is over at this
This is
point.
over.
And
Unless
then,
Minnesota super trolls.
and then I saw this and I was like, oh shit, bro. Map 9 of Raid S&D once again. I don't know what it is with Raid S&D being the final map of all these
Look
majors.
at Tatman. Look at OpTic Tatman. He's going fucking nuts. Everybody's off the papaya. Everybody's off the fucking booze. Everybody's going nuts.
Their courts in Miller's life.
Let me find out that Raid S&D is a new Inferno for fucking
Look,
CS
these
tiebreaker,
guys
bro.
about to get fucking married. They're hugging each other and shit, kissing. I was like, bro, these guys are going rogue. Joey and Maven looking good as always. And then we go into the last map. Bro, I'm gonna be honest. The reason why I thought Minnesota was gonna lose this is because me and Soap, when they were down 0-4, Soap said that Minnesota was gonna bring it back 4-4. Then it was gonna go round 5-5, round 11, last map, and then Minnesota was gonna lose. They're gonna do all that shit for nothing. And bro, and when they came back, when they came back, I thought that was actually gonna happen because it was actually unfolding. I was like, there's no fucking way. I started getting shook. If that would have happened, I would have lost full.
Oh, unbelievable Kobe from fucking standing.
There ain't no way you're super reverse sweeping and then not winning the last map, bro.
oh, it's happened. It happened to me live.
Yeah, it happened to me live.
Okay.
Dude. Round 11.
You see, Lamar, you see what you did.
Round 11.
My bad.
It happened to me.
I didn't heat wave.
But listen, I think again, Standy, just the playmaking ability in this map. Ben, put the fucking phone down. All right, we're almost done here. I understand USA's winning, they're going nuts, but let's finish it up. Let's finish this fucking up. We got Standy making fucking plays here, bro. Making plays.
That's what I was saying. That guy couldn't do wrong, bro. He started off the map with a sticky, and then literally everything he did from this moment on was perfect. This map, like, I don't know. You'll see as you continue to watch, but it was nuts.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I want to know your thoughts. I feel like this is when I kind of knew, and I think I was watching him with Goon, and he even said it, where the pressure was going to Toronto, thinking that like middle map, which is this open, after like trading out Laundry like that, like.
Yeah, this was what they did way too much.
Toby ran up, got a kill, didn't get traded, and then they ran up again to Laundry, got another kill, it didn't get traded. Like. They're obviously not all Laundry if you're not getting traded when you're going over and getting a pick. Like I just feel like this was just like uncharacteristic from Ultra to just try to hit this row like that.
Yeah, I mean, especially because, bro, he was just sitting there holding it. It was probably mind blown. Like, what are they doing? You know, he probably didn't even expect that. I think he was just waiting for
I think he was
him
laying there sound-holding the bomb plant, and then he ran in front of him, and he's like, for show.
Yeah, I mean,
He
good
gets
plays.
that, and then this happens.
I've seen a couple of teams set up this nice little like mid pinch strat. Like
This was elite.
I mean, bro, I'm surprised that Toronto's not looking at that though.
Bro, Toronto always looks at it. This is what I was saying. The
That's
pressure
what
is
I'm
getting
saying.
to my thing.
Why
I
aren't
swear
they looking
everyone
at
busts
this?
out mid it, and they know that people like do this strat.
Bro,
like this is a well-known strat.
This strat too. Like if they're looking at that, it's so hard to get the kill when you're coming out of pillars like that.
gotta have
Like
a leak on it to get it.
yeah, you
Or-
have to
or you'll
fucking
see
be crazy.
Even the Laundry guy, even the Laundry guy.
Like Cell does it all the time. He jumps on the little block back Laundry, and he like gets the information to see if the guy's rushing like out art door to pillars. Like I don't know. I just felt like Toronto wasn't doing like their normal stuff towards the end of this series.
I mean,
Yeah,
on top of that,
agree.
you have Minnesota who's smiling. They're playing confident. Bro, Standy is hitting shit. He's not even like, you
With
know,
streaks.
he's hitting shit and he's going rogue. You know, they're challenging everything. It's like they just know they're better.
This was an interesting strat by Minnesota. I think they triple AR'd, ran up mid to try to bait for Standy, but then because they have triple AR and Standy's the only sub, Standy tries to enter here in Laundry and dies and doesn't get the streaks.
Yeah.
It's like I'm pretty sure Dylan has an AR too here. So it's like, yeah, you see how Dylan has an AR. So then Standy's like, oh shit, I have to go first. And
Yeah.
on streaks, like one of them should be baiting.
Yeah, bro, he gets a stick too. Like if he hit like a tighter shimmy and didn't get melted like that.
That was 2
Yeah.
sticks he had out of
When
like
you
his,
start
what, 7
sticking people
kills.
like that, bro.
Yeah, bro. When you start hitting sticks like that, it's done.
Yeah, it's done with.
You can
like,
do no wrong.
Nah, you
Literally.
can't. It was a big round for Toronto, but bro, Minnesota kept kicking up, bro. They kept winning rounds. The confidence just kept pushing them over the edge, and they kept clutching up. Did they clutch up this
This was a
round?
crazy round.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it did.
They did,
crazy
right?
kills, Alaska.
Yeah, Standy and attached, bro. Standy again, and Dylan finessing. Dylan's also so annoying the way he stays alive all the time.
Oh,
it's
very
so
well
it's,
played from
it's
Priesta.
so hard to fucking play against him.
He almost had the worst timing. I thought Priest was gonna die when I think it was Toby coming back into front
Oh,
kitchen.
imagine
Bro,
with a
even,
random
even,
off
even
guard
look at the
going.
way,
Yeah.
even look at the way Toronto's playing. How they're like stacking R, like they're super hesitant. They're scared, bro. They're playing scared. They
They're
didn't know-
scared, bro.
they
I
didn't
know
know
what
what to
Tommy's
do.
saying when he sees this gameplay. He's like, "Yo, just hit these fools. They're fucking
Yeah,
shook."
bro, I mean, bro, when you have a team like this that's like basically on the back burners, like scared to make plays, that's when you fucking make plays. Like they lose full.
Yeah.
They lost composure. Hey, bro,
This is the round that
composure was lost.
cemented it. Like Ben finds Sandy. I thought Sandy's guaranteed one, and then majored finesse.
I don't know why they didn't.
I don't know
This
how
guy
he
didn't
got away with 8
chase.
HP. Yeah.
Insight should have chased right there.
And then right here, he moves forward at the perfect time, and then he hits the ego chow.
He
I was like,
ego
yeah.
chowed him.
I heard the crowd after this. I was like,
It's
"There's
over.
no way."
Yo, and
crowd's getting
it's
lit.
crazy too because
way.
yesterday I was saying, this guy needs ego chow more. He whips around the corner, fucking ego chows. I said, okay, it's done. Now
And
this
then-
guy's ego chowing.
The Toronto fools, they just seem
And
to
then
kill
this is
me.
the
The
only
homie
fuck
died.
up. I think Dylan overchowed this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Oh, yeah.
overchowed. He overchowed
Was
a
it
little
he
bit.
Check.
He checked for sure. But Stanley finds one in the fucking tiki when there's 3 guys around him.
Yeah.
That was such a big kill, but it didn't matter because they ended
I'll
up
be honest,
losing
I
this
thought
round.
Major was gonna somehow clutch it. When I saw him in bed, I was like, I don't know how, but this guy's gonna clutch it.
If Priesta doesn't die, I think they clutch it. But I don't know. I feel like that dude always gets caught by the white tiki angle. I'm surprised they're not watching that.
Yeah, and then, bro, there was one round where Standy, the way he finessed in the
Here.
back was
It's
was
this round,
lit.
isn't it?
Yeah, I think
Nah,
it might
this
be.
is the round.
They
It's
lose
the next
round.
one.
It's the next one.
Mhm.
I feel
It's
like
the
that
next
round
show.
was easily readable. That they were just gonna 4-hit mid. Once you lose mid control, you know the team's gonna plan for A. I felt like Minnesota should have been more active.
Yeah, no, 100%. Good fucking plays coming out of Minnesota. I love the way Standy played this. They get aggressive. They use their tacks. Get aggressive off their tacks, and the way Standy was able to finesse and
They
play his
got the
life here
bomb
was
down, bro.
insane.
This was dirty.
Hey, look, not even 30 seconds in, and the bomb's being planted. Like that's what I'm fucking talking about.
I'm very surprised by the way that Toronto decided to try to retake from
Yeah,
Art.
I don't
feel
like
like
this
that's
at
like
all.
the least successful way to try to retake. Like, I don't know. I could be tripping, but
I mean,
I
Zinni
feel
was
like
saying the
it's
same
worst way.
shit yesterday. Say like
I'm
retaking from
surprised
Art is
Major
just terrible.
doesn't get one right
my,
there.
only, my only counter to that is Steve's played this map a lot in the beginning, and they pulled that retake off like consistently.
No,
and,
but
like,
you
I think
could
they were
do
catching
it-
people off in circle, and that's why it works. Like if they're not playing a smart setup, like the guys in playing the vans got teammate help, and you can get like 1 or 2 picks in circle and just play the numbers game, then it works. But if they're in that laundry heady, it's kind of hard to cross and get all those gunfights in the time you need to actually defuse.
But that
Yeah.
Thieves retake, they would do it like there's a timing to do it. If you do
Yeah.
it while the kid's planning and you get to Art, you get the freebie on him leaving the bomb, then it's
Yeah.
perfect. But if it's like they plant the bomb and then you're like, okay, let's do a retake, and then you try going Art, I don't know if people ever really win that.
This was such a
Yeah.
big win too by
I think
Dill.
once Priesta gets that first blood, you're kind of chalked when you're all coming from Art.
Yeah.
This was huge, bro. This was
Yeah.
the match.
This is what your
Shoulder.
cousin's talking about, being ready for another gunny. Like, he had no idea where this guy was. It was actually good ass play by Standy to throw the shoulder
no,
and like
he's
buy the
good.
time.
He's very aware. Like
Didn't Cammy get a kill?
I don't know if he did or not outer, but
he killed
or he killed the guy
Dylan.
on top, front laundry ledge, right? Or no, he never shot.
No, he
He
never
never, he
shot.
never
Yeah,
shot.
Cam was
He
here.
never shot. Yeah.
He just knew
never
he was getting pushed.
He just finessed super
for
hard.
sure,
That's,
good play.
that's a good play by him.
No,
he could have been like
100%.
close laundry stairs or anywhere for him to jiggle that and like buy time, and then obviously play ring around the rosy and win
He
the
saw
round. was
he saw
huge.
Cam this when he shimmied right there. Yeah.
I know, but
Yeah,
prior
I'm
to
saying
that, they
prior-
had
prior-
no
prior-
prior-
information.
He the
yeah,
second
he's-
kill,
he's-
he has
he's-
no
Especially
idea.
when Bance is running that way,
Yeah.
right?
Like as soon as he pushes this wall, he's coming across. He's coming behind them.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know if you guys can hear Vinny, but
Yeah.
his awareness is insane. He's always had good awareness. Always. It's what makes him so talented. And plus on top of that, he shoots fucking lasers. So fucking good at plays. I think once Standy clutch this up, you see the reaction from the
it's
team. You
over,
see the
bro.
hype. You can go on to the next round, Ben, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this one was a wrap, bro. It's a fucking wrap. Good plays out of
wraps.
Minnesota, man.
This was a good
plays.
adjustment here. They're like, all right, we'll give you mid, but we're not going to give you ring.
And listen, look what Standy's doing. He's on their white
Yeah.
truck right now, bro, on defense. He don't give a fuck. He's securing that site. He's forcing Toronto somewhere else. He's forcing them. They can't go B. They can't. They're going middle or right.
All map control. Look at the map.
Look at that shit, Ben. Look at
Inside
that shit,
reads
bro.
this, too. Inside reads this. I'm surprised. Like, this was a big win.
I mean,
Inside was reading that.
And if you're Toronto, I mean, what do you even do? You know, at this point. And again, once Dylan hits those beams, 30 seconds left, they're just gonna throw shimmies. It's chalked. I mean, you could see the reactions from the players on both sides.
He maybe had a chance to run and rush plant today, but he tried to kind of. He almost faked him out actually.
You
Preston
think Dill goes and pushes
play.
bomb after Kleenex like smokes Preston top L? You think Dill goes and pushes from water stairs to bomb if Kleenex like plants backside or no?
Yeah, I don't know.
You think so? That would have been
I think
crazy.
Toby. You're saying like Toby gave it to him, right?
Yeah, watch it. So like he kills Preston here. And like Toby goes to run up water stairs reading like these water steps, but if, like I wonder if he plants behind bomb, like what happens in that scenario there.
I mean,
Kleenex, Toby clearly
Dylan,
read that the guy was open. Like he had a feeling Dylan was mid.
I think knowing Dylan, he plays the 1v1, doesn't check bomb. No bullshit.
That's what I wonder.
I don't think he knew he was mid.
I mean, he knew. I mean, it's his only play. He's got to play for the gunfight mid. He loses the round if he's not mid. So Kleenex had to have thought he was middle.
Yeah.
He couldn't get to the other side.
Where else is he going? Yeah, he can't get there.
He has 6 seconds.
It's like
either
either
plants or plays for the kill.
like either chow something or just there's nothing he could have done. He wasn't even thinking. He knew it was fucking chalked, bro. he was made one shot and probably just lost full.
No, he wasn't one shot. He was 117 HP. He should have just. I mean, obviously in that.
It looked like Preston lit him up.
He smoked Preston.
Yeah,
honestly, that was a crazy
gunfight. He did. Right there, he did. But then by the time, if you look at the
right here, it looks like he's one shot. Damn.
117.
That shit was crazy.
Huh?
Good old trigger.
Yeah, I just wonder what happens if he takes bomb there and then wins that round somehow, some way. Like the momentum could have shifted. Maybe, who knows? I mean, it's all hypotheticals, but.
Definitely try to plant there.
Congratulations to the Minnesota Rokkr. You see how much it means to them. I mean, these guys are jumping all over the fucking place like a bunch of animals. I love it, man. Super happy for those guys. Congratulations. The crowd's going wild.
I think a lot of.
What's up there?
I'm about to cut you off, but it's gonna happen really fast. But I saw a tweet right there. Dylan calms them down when they're going to the other stage, which I respect, because it's annoying when the other team is coming to like on your side, so hype as fuck.
Oh, Dylan,
I saw Intel. Yeah, I saw Intel tweet it up. You back it up, like right before they're gonna go say what's up. Dylan tells them like, "Yo, calm down." Like, you know, just like it was like professionalism. I saw like someone tweet about it.
Dylan's always like, you see him trying to get out of the crowd.
Like
Dylan
he's hype right there, well, obviously, and then he tells them to calm down.
He usually doesn't. He usually will run to the other side of the stage and say good games right away, and then fucking get hyped. He doesn't like to get hyped, I don't think, in front of like other people. But I mean, there.
Does a good veteran play that though. You gotta respect that.
Yeah. Fucking. Let's get some more with Tatches in the chat.
I don't know how I feel about Brian Saint with blonde hair, but we'll say that for another podcast.
I actually like it. I fuck with it. I think it looks good. But Ben, do we have brackets for champs? Do we have?
I saw someone saying that the schedule is up. If
it is,
let me.
It got tweeted.
It got tweeted. Yeah, Tom, if you want to go ahead and pull up.
Yeah, sure. Where did it get tweeted, Dan?
I'm not sure if it's CDL, like the actual COD League, but Intel tweeted it out. Intel Call of Duty. It says playoff schedule day 1, August 19th.
Oh yeah, here we go. I got it. Good looks, Dan.
Yep.
Let's tune in, man. Let's tune into the schedule and see what we got going on. Obviously, we got the big one coming up now. All right, we got champs. This is what everybody's been waiting for. This is for the money. This is for the rings. This is for the fucking pride. Everybody's coming in to try and make a name and try and win the big one. You even heard Attach said in his interview after the match, you know, they're looking forward to this one as well as everybody else. This is what everybody plays for. We kick things off on a Thursday, August 19th. At 3 o'clock Eastern, we got Dallas Empire going up against the Minnesota Rokkr. Bro, if you're Dallas, you gotta be a little, gotta be a little scared here. No, you see a Minnesota Rokkr team that's fucking hitting form. What do you guys think?
I think you gotta favor Minnesota. Sorry, Dan, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think you gotta favor Minnesota purely on the S&D. I think respawn will depend on the vetoes, but I don't really like. Is there a map where Dallas is better than Minnesota in the S&D map pool right now?
Bro, Minnesota has had Dallas's number basically
all year.
All year, bro.
Yeah.
I think we lost when we were on the team. When I was on the team, we beat them twice. Then I think we lost to them once with that 0.1 second crazy shit. But I think Rokkr's gonna take this matchup for sure.
Yeah, that's where I'm leaning too, Lamar.
I'm going Rokkr as well. I'm going 3-1 Rokkr. I think Rokkr's gonna come out.
We gotta tip the Major 5 champions, man. I mean, the best team in the game right now. They just won the last event. I think it'll be an interesting matchup. But as to Lamar's point, I would be shocked. I mean, right now it's kind of hard to pick Dallas in this series.
They're just way better at S&D. They're very good at control, and now they're also very good at hardpoint. Like it's never gonna be an easy series versus them.
And their confidence is at an all-time high going into COD champs, which we know how it is going into champs when you just win or get second. Like historically, those teams have always done really, really well at champs from the of their play.
Yeah.
That's true.
My bad, Dan. My bad, Dan.
Except for
58 for the loss. 58 for the loss.
Too many strays, man.
After you win, bro, you're just delusionally confident, and you could do no wrong on the map, bro. Everything
You can't do wrong.
It'd be like
You fools shouldn't even have made it out of groups, man.
You can definitely flank fire letter.
Like
anyway,
he puts out a bed. But no jokes. I mean, it's just good. Honestly, I think it's good that there's no. I think there's no pool play.
Yeah, we get right into this shit.
I think that's where teams that's when you can't catch teams lacking. So going straight into bracket, you just know you have to come with your A game. Minnesota's obviously confident.
Right.
I see hardpoint checkmate probably getting played. S&D, kind of like Ben said, I don't see really any map that Empire can just like rely on to beat Rokkr. Rokkr just has S&D vets.
Oh, but we'll see. I mean, there's always the Rambo and Crim 6 counter-stratting some S&D. I mean, they've got some time now to watch a lot of VOD from Minnesota. Maybe they'll cook something up in the lab and make this an interesting one.
Yeah, no, Porter's gonna go fucking rogue. But then we go to the next one, OpTic Chicago, going up against the New York Subliners to kick things off at champs. This one's interesting because to me, New York is like, they're going into champs with the roster they have now. I'm pretty sure, pretty confident in that.
Okay.
Yeah. What? You think they're bringing Clay back?
No, I just don't know.
Okay.
I just didn't know. It was just a genuine question.
Yeah. No. Okay. I personally don't see Clay coming back into this roster. No, I don't.
Okay.
I just don't think. I just feel like they don't even want him. I don't think Clay wants to come back in, and I don't think the team wants him to come back in. I just think that's how it is.
I have a question. We obviously talked about it on one of the episodes, but then some intel came out from Crim. What were your thoughts on you guys that? Yeah, what were your guys' thoughts about that? Adding that to the situation.
They knew about it. They knew about it the whole time.
Not about. No, knowing about it is fine, but Crim said he knows how Clay feels about it. Like that's why he doesn't blame him for what he did. Type shit. What are your thoughts on that?
You say, bro? I think Crim saying I don't blame him for what he did is like trying to say that what Clay did was like something bad or in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, well, we don't. That's the thing. It's just a fine line because you can't talk about you can't judge what's going on in someone else's head. Yeah. You know, we can only speculate unless he comes out and gives the full story or whatever it is. But did he come out and say it was like mental health or something? I don't even know.
He hasn't really said much, Lamar. I think.
I mean, I don't want to speculate it and say the wrong thing and get canceled or not or whatever it is. But you can't judge really. It's just a hard situation to judge without full context from both parties or whatever it is.
Yeah, I think we'll have to get the breakdown from this one after the season. Well, I think once champs is over, we'll get some folks in here and maybe get the full rundown from what's actually happened.
Yeah, I mean,
it was just interesting that Crim came out with the intel on that.
We knew about the Dallas thing. I knew about it when it was first happening. I was talking to Clay about it. And
that would have been crazy.
I'm pretty sure Clay was talking to the team about it. I mean, it was definitely something being talked about. It wasn't brushed under the rug.
I think out of any topic, that's the easiest topic to have with your teammate. Obviously they didn't want to drop me and I have a chance to come back. I'm sure that talk wasn't a crazy talk, a hard talk to have.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
For sure.
I think to talk more about this OpTic NY series, from my POV, I think I got OpTic in a game 5. I could see New York taking a map or two in this series, especially a Garrison hardpoint. New York's got that really good individual skill. Hydra's got that takeover ability on a map. You have the same side on OpTic with Dashy. But I just feel like right now it's just it's always a dice roll with New York in these game 5s. I think OpTic's gonna clutch it up, and this is just a weird series for OpTic, man. I think New York's just gonna be a wild card team to play.
Yeah, that's for me. Just New York is just a wild card. I don't know what to fucking think. Sometimes they come out and I'm like, damn, one, talent's not an issue. I feel like they're definitely very talented. I think even Hydra really showed how much talent he actually has. People know what Asum can do. Mac's always been up there, and even Diamond Con's fitting kind of nicely and has been doing his thing. Scrims have been going really well for these guys. I know they had that whole blowout with FaZe, but I feel like this weekend they didn't really show. They obviously lost, but they showed improvement. And just knowing how practice has been going. I mean, listen, New York are the underdogs here. I think going into it, everybody thinks OpTic's gonna win. You know, people think they're the better team, and with the past results, that's understandable for sure.
Is New York the youngest team now?
They gotta be. They gotta be.
Yeah,
They have to be, right?
They're
They're like the youngest, probably most inexperienced team there, huh?
Yeah.
I got a hot take real quick. This might be a hot take.
Here we go.
Let her roll.
If I'm OpTic, this is the last team I want to play first round. And that may sound crazy, but just knowing how Champs is and how it's gone in past years and playing a team like New York, you would say probably in this winners round, this is probably the lesser team.
Yeah.
And this is like the team you would overlook. And I think that in a fair just best of 5 one series, no teams played yet, this is like where you see those upsets, and it's like New York is not so bad where they can't win the series. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've seen them play really well. They have nothing to lose. They're not expected to win. They're the team that isn't supposed to win this series, and you never know how the vetoes go down. You know, Hydra can pop off. That guy went crazy before, and Asim has the ability to. All of them have the ability to do it. It's just whether they will. It's like, I don't know. I see this series getting pretty interesting in my opinion. I think they can.
I low-key agree with Jerry.
They can catch something wacky. I don't know. That's just the way I've always seen. It's like Black Ops. You can go back from years and years and years. Like always, the team that's supposed to win, just somehow, some way, something goes wrong and someone doesn't win.
This is the counter that though. If I'm OpTic, is to out-prepare the other team. We've talked again earlier in the show about OpTic and sometimes not having a deep playbook. Come into this event, mix up your strats a little bit in S&D, throw some curveballs to New York, and put the onus on them to counter adjust. I think that's.
I'm gonna counter you again though, Ben. You got nothing on New York. There's a brand new roster with no strats, no VOD, no nothing, and you have everything on OpTic the entire year. And you got Revan, and JP who can just watch everything back from the whole entire year, this recent event, everything, know all their strat book and everything they like to do, and you know nothing on New York.
And that's why I agree. This is going to be a hard
It's going to be a mixer, low key. I think OpTic's going to win, but it's going to be a mixer.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, all I'm saying, no one thought Seattle would be phased, and look what happened.
I mean, before we get to that point, I just want to get your predictions. So, Ben, you got OpTic, Lamar, Dan, and Josiah. Who do you guys got? Josiah, you sound like, do you have New York?
I think it's like a hairy Game 5 New York win somehow. I don't know. I think OpTic's a better team, and they should win, in my opinion. Like, I do think they are way better than New York. Yeah. But based on how Champs has gone in the past, I think this series is going to be crazy.
Lamar,
I think somehow, some way it's going to be.
I got OpTic winning, but I do agree with Jerry that it's going to be a hairy series.
Dan?
I want OpTic to win. I want to see OpTic in like the top 3 fighting for it, so I'm gonna take OpTic. I don't want to send them in losers just yet.
Okay, and then I got one more thing. Vinny, give your prediction. You got Dallas Empire versus Minnesota Rokkr. Who you got for that?
So I'll take Rokkr 3-2.
And who you got for
OpTic 3-2.
OpTic 3-2?
Yeah.
Go fuck it. Vinny, get the fuck out of here, bro. No, I'm just kidding. Stay right there.
Why don't you go ahead and pull up the bracket? Because they also tweeted it out. It's also on Reddit if you need me to link it to you.
Yeah, give me a link on Discord.
On Discord,
and then Ben, before we go into the bracket, I kind of wanted to end things off on the show and just ask you a question, Ben.
Yeah.
What happened with FaZe? What's going on with them? I want to get your thoughts. I want to get your opinions. Let me know what you think is the problem.
Oh yeah,
here.
you weren't on the show yesterday, huh?
I think yesterday we had an all-time classic series from Nicky D, the GOAT classic. Honestly, Tom, a lot of like good hardpoint teams play terrible hardpoint at that event. I don't know if you guys noticed, but like a lot of people are pulling up this event and just like the basics of hardpoint, they just like couldn't execute. And I feel like that's what we saw from FaZe. They just, that first series against Minnesota, they were really sloppy. And it seemed like in that series against Seattle, they were just like hesitant to make any kind of plays.
Yeah.
And then just a couple of things went weird down in S&D. The situation with Cell and the streaks, and Nick able to clutch. Like, I think this all combined. But I think if you're FaZe, at the end of the day, you got first seed locked in. It's a learning experience. You just got to rebound at champs. You're going to have a tough first series against a team that's coming off a match from the previous day. But from there, you're right in winner's final if you win. So you're just right in the thick of it. You just got to win one series. Take it one series at a time.
Bro, the thing with me with FaZe that's like so weird is like they lost to OpTic, right? And everybody's like, it's the best thing that's going to happen to them. They're going to come out and fry. Then they lose again. Everybody's like, it's the best thing that's happened to them. They're going to come out and make a loser bracket run and make it all the way to grand finals and fry. And
I don't think anyone said that shit after they lost in the tournament. And the pool play, they were like, yeah, it's good.
No,
in the
I
tournament,
still have that take.
Like,
I still have that take, and I'll tell you why.
No, bro. No,
The
Lamar,
only
people are
team
saying
to
that.
win. The only team to win back-to-back tournaments in like recent years is what, United and OpTic IW. It's very hard to win back-to-back tournaments. Placing top 8 is obviously not ideal, but I mean, we always talk about it going into this year. Even last year, I remember there was a point in MW where FaZe were just stomping everyone, and I remember even Jerry was like, "Who's gonna beat them this year? They're just gonna win fucking everything."
Yeah.
And sometimes winning everything is not a good thing when you're leading into champ. So like I said, top 8,
I think,
not so much, but.
You want to go ahead and pull out the bracket? I think this segues into this.
I don't think it matters though.
Am I not looking at the fucking bracket? Am I blind?
I was looking at your stream, but I think FaZe ended up getting the better draw theoretically, because look at the bottom side of that bracket, right? You've got three of the teams that have been in the last 2 finals, all going to end up playing each other, and at the top you got that wildcard New York team. You got an OpTic team that were
this is fucking nuts.
It's had their ups and downs winners bracket, so FaZe definitely got the better half side. They're just going to have to. Probably had a pretty mixy game 1 to get against a hot team and just sort of grind from there.
I mean,
one other thing I also wanted to point out here, Tom, sorry.
You're good.
I thought it was interesting looking at this is it looks like Champ Sunday is just going to be the grand finals, so you don't have that winners finals, losers finals problem. It looks like that's all going to be on Saturday and Sunday, just that one match.
So they're just doing the championship game on Sunday.
Yeah, that's way, whoa.
What do you guys think about that?
That's interesting.
That is interesting. Everybody gets
all
up
you can
and
do
we
is
watch.
shoot bots. You wake up, shoot bots, and you hop right into
shoot bots,
one
shoot coaches.
For however much money you're playing. I don't even know what the difference is between first and second at champs.
That's fucking
you're
nuts,
playing
bro.
for a milli plus.
That's
I
nuts.
do agree. I do agree what Nameless said in the chat too, just about FaZe, that they do have, like you said, the easier draw, and even if they are struggling a little bit, like just get the jitters out, whatever it is, get the mental, get the momentum, and then at that point, like if they win that match, they're in the top 3, right? Like,
yeah.
At that point, shit, anything could happen. You know what I'm saying? Like they could just start going rogue again, whatever it is. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Listen, bro, this is like insane, because I'm just looking at these teams, and bro, Rokkr can win this event, Ultra can win this event, FaZe can win this event, Dallas, OpTic. Fucking who knows what the fuck's New York's coming out with.
These brackets are insane, like you just said.
Nuts.
Oh
or
my
maybe
God.
Florida, who've been waiting on the major, maybe they make a deep run from losers round 1 and make it all the way to the grand finals. You never know.
But you could potentially see New York and Mutineers play again 3 tournaments in a row. If they lose, they'll play. It'll be New York Mutineers, and then between the loser of Empire and Rokkr will play Thieves. Bro, that bottom half of the bracket is stacked. You got Empire or Minnesota going straight like to losers, one of them, and then they play Thieves right away. Loser.
And by the way,
T8.
those losers games are the same day. Yeah.
Oh my God! Wait, so loser plays the same day?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's an advantage, disadvantage. I don't know what.
Depending on how the series goes out.
Yeah, depending on how the loss
goes. Yeah, you're demoralized.
We've seen the breakdowns at other champs too, where people lose. You got to play again. You just lose again.
My bad, Dan.
Sorry, Dan.
My bad, Dan.
I mean, hey, listen.
That was like the United for they were like great winners bracket and then instant losers till they got over that curse.
Listen, man.
Lagging, damn, my bad.
At the end of the day,
what the?
Dan, it's just it really be your old friends. It be your old friends, Dan.
We could do white and white daggers on the show today.
Jerry alley-oop that I had to
I wasn't even thinking about World War II. Yeah, my bad.
They are. Pac-Man's tweeting about heat wave. My bad. Then I hit you with a shit.
Yeah, I'm getting fucking SWAT Tom bomb. God damn. Who's
like that, bro?
Dumbass. Like, my bad.
Well, listen, man. Going into chance, basically what I was trying to say is there's just so many good teams. There's just the competition is at probably the highest it's ever been, and just looking at this bracket just shows you, like, bro, these teams are gonna be battling. It's gonna be a fucking war zone in there in that venue. I can only imagine what the crowd's gonna be like. You know what I'm saying? Like, people got to be going crazy for this. I feel like we're gonna have some really fucking close nail biters this whole tournament.
I'm gonna be in that crowd screaming my fucking ass off.
Shit, I'm gonna be with you with a drink, going rogue. You know what I'm saying? So listen, man, I'm excited for champs. I'm sure everybody else here is excited for champs. I think for champs, Ben and I are gonna I got like a little suite. We're gonna try and do the flank IRL. Me and Ben are gonna try and do it.
That's me lit.
I got like an iPad, a laptop. I'm gonna try and hook everything up. Try and hook up some microphones, and obviously people can roll through too and come chill. And come chill on the couch and talk some games with us if anybody wants to come on. But hopefully I can figure it all out. I really hope I don't have any problems with it. Worst comes to worst, I might be able to find a spot in California for us. Like somebody might have a setup where we can just
sure
go set up.
We got some backup options. If you got a
Yeah.
nice swanky penthouse in the middle of downtown LA, my email's open, Tom's email's open, slide through. We love to hop over to your spot.
Yeah, I thought Ben said that they got a penthouse. I'm like, dude,
We got a suite, but if someone's got a better option, you know what I mean? Like, we'll mix it up.
Big baller.
Let me make some calls for you, Ben. All right?
Okay.
I love that.
Yeah, the guy from we need the guy from Calabasas to make a couple calls. You know
I
what I'm
think I
saying?
can get you guys David Dobrik's crib. I'll make a few phone calls.
Listen, hold on, time out. Someone in the chat says I have an ego. Guys, we're trying to do it for you guys. You have a sick background on the show. Come on, man.
Yeah, I don't want to look at that bookshelf that you have behind Ben.
Yeah, man, it fits for fucking you guys, man.
I'm at my parents' house, man.
Ben, bro. That background just fits Ben.
Ben, and you got a fishbowl mic.
Got the nice baby photos.
Come into my office. Let's have a chat, Tom, about your contract.
Nah, bro. I see somebody saying in the chat too. That's like my biggest problem is like if a lot of people are in there, like how are we gonna get like so many mics? I could buy a bunch of them, but like how am I gonna hook them all up? I don't have enough slots in the fucking PC.
I want to talk.
Yeah, a bunch of people are just gonna be rogue and a little ghetto, you know?
Yeah, I don't want too many people.
I have some ideas. I have someone we'll talk to, and I want to talk it through with you. Because I know you got those lobs, but like we might need to rethink that potentially.
Okay, well, communication's key in this relationship, Ben.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna
So you have to fucking
That's what I was
communicate
telling
with me.
you during the watch party, and you're like, okay, we'll chat this week. So.
Yeah, I know, but communication has been a huge issue here for me and Ben. We've been really struggling. We might need therapy or some shit because it's falling apart.
Bro.
But listen, I don't know how hard it is, but you can try getting those clip-on mics. You know what I'm talking about? The ones you rock for interviews.
That's what I got. I bought a couple of those. Yeah. But they're like
we don't
wireless
have so
mics.
many lobs though, but we'll figure it out. I guess Tom, I don't know if we're gonna take questions, right? We're just gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, we're just gonna wrap it up. It was a long weekend, guys. Long weekend, lots of games. We'll save the questions for some shows we do later during the week. We'll start doing some more Q&As on Reddit and stuff, and we'll get back into it. Obviously, I got my cousin Vinny here, and plus a lot of people who aren't usually here. You know, like a lot of friends are in Dallas right now. So I think while it's late, you know, go have some fun, go chill with everybody since they only have one more night here. And just go have a good time. But guys, today's show was absolutely unbelievable. I mean, we peaked at 10,000 viewers. Well, over 16,000 fucking subs. Absolutely unreal. Like, I don't even know what the fuck happened. Like, I have no idea. All I know is the Zoomaa Mafia is absolutely fucking incredible. So I appreciate you guys coming in and showing fucking love. Huge thanks to Accuracy, Looney, Slacked. Thank you for coming on, guys. Love having you on. As always.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, Zoomaa Mafia, for the love.
Hell yeah, man. Make sure to go show these guys some love, man. At Looney, at Accuracy, and at Slacked, right, Josiah?
Yes, sir.
Everybody's got the OG fucking Twitter handles, so it should be
that's
easy,
that Black
man.
Ops 3 shit right there, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's all easy. Go show them some love. And then most importantly, Ben, thank you, man. I know you were only on for a couple days this weekend and a couple days last weekend. But you did take time out of your vacation to come on and try and make something happen. And you also, the camera looks good today. The microphone was sounded good. You look like $1 million, Ben Nassim. So I appreciate you, man.
I'm gonna look terrible tomorrow because I gotta fly and I got a full day of work. But you know,
what are you gonna do? You know, what are you gonna fucking do? And then, guys, I appreciate everything. Thank you for all the love. The shows this weekend were absolutely incredible, and we'll continue to pop out these shows. And of course, I'll continue to stream throughout the week. I'm always streaming. I'm always live every single day. So make sure to hit that follow button down below. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to hit that sub button. I notice a lot of you that are watching aren't subs, so hit that subscription button. If you want to listen on audio sites, go to anchor.fm/theflank. And then please go follow The Flank on Twitter at The Flank. Gersh is doing a great job running socials. Shout out to Gersh. And guys, as always, man, thank you for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good fucking day. Take care.
Have a day.